following program is an exclusive Disruption Networks production.
Help the D make strides against breast cancer by donating to our Real Men Wear Pink page, maine.acsevents.org/Utica. It's important for us as a whole to help raise awareness, education, and do our part to help fight this horrible disease. The Disruption team will be raising funds at upcoming events and all our daily programming. Please support our cause by donating a few dollars to our Real Men Wear Pink page. To learn more, visit maine.acsevents.org/Utica or follow the donation link on our Facebook page. Help the D, save the bees, and put an end to breast cancer.
Thank you for your service, you're welcome. A comedy benefit show for our veterans. In support of the Central New York Veterans Outreach Center. On November 10th at Wakely's, 700 Varick Street, Utica, join Disruption Network as they team up with 92.7 FM The Drive for this night of laughter. The evening will be hosted by Genesee Joe from The Drive. Performances by Mike Ciccone, Paul Kozlowski, Cortland Kloos, Mike Pileggi, and DJ Ease One. Admission is by donation only. Please bring clothes, socks, gloves, non-perishable food items, or a small monetary donation. All donations will go to the Central New York Veterans Outreach Center. Saturday, November 10th at Wakely's on Varick Street. Doors open at 7 p.m. Show starts at 8 p.m. Thank you for your service is sponsored by The D, 92.7 FM The Drive, Paulie's Barbershop, NYE Volkswagen of Rome, Frank's Guns, and Central New York Seal Coating and Concrete.
So you just bought your dream home, and now it's time to move. Let's face it, nobody likes to move. All the packing, unpacking, lifting, upstairs, downstairs, and broking everything, including your back. Let the professionals at EJA Moving Company take all the stress and pain out of your move. Competitively priced moving, relocation services, office moves, and complete packing and unpacking services. They work with everybody to make it simple and easy for you to move and relocate. Call EJA Moving Company at 315-335-0516. When it's time to relocate, have EJA Moving do all the work for you. Hit them up online, ejamoving.com.
Hey, Disruption Network. This is Mike Sacco, the general manager at NYE Volkswagen of Rome. If you don't know me by name, it's only because you have not received the best deal. There's only one reason to leave Utica, and that's to come see me in Rome and get the best deal on your next new, pre-owned, or certified VW. Mention that you heard this ad from Disruption Network and receive $250 off your next vehicle purchase. You'll know why our customers say, I love my NYE VW. Come see us at 5865 Rome Taberg Road in Rome or visit us online at nyevwofrome.com.
The Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley was born when 3 top producing agents with over 25 years of combined experience selling real estate joined forces to take real estate to the next level. We practice with honesty, integrity, and the knowledge to help make the buying and selling process easy and stress-free for all of our clients. We pledge to always make our clients our top priority from start to finish and even after the house is closed. We will always be a valued resource for information and assistance for our buyers and sellers. Our customers over the years have become not only past clients, but great friends. As we join hands together as the Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley, we look forward to serving our clients and our community and making a positive difference. You can reach us at 315-601-9630 for all of your real estate needs.
The Disruption Network is making moves. For upcoming events, news, interviews, and new daily programming, keep in the loop with us at DisruptionNetwork.net. Like, follow, and subscribe to all our social media. And check out all our podcasts on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and Spotify. Get up on the D, DisruptionNetwork.net.
Welcome to EC Radio Podcast. We would like to thank all of our sponsors for joining the Disruption team, and we hope that you will support all of our sponsors. And of course, we appreciate you listening to this program.
EC Radio, Disruption Networks. EC Radio, Disruption Networks.
Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful people of Earth, how are ya? It's EC Radio time. We live on the D. D stands for D. I'm deaf, man. I've come to the conclusion that I'm completely deaf. What's happening, everybody? It is me, Z. We are here rocking on a wacky Wednesday. How's it going? How you doing? Good to hear from you. Good to see you. Got some friends in the house with me today. my man Josh Crossman, Nate Kita from Beside the Sun. Also, follow Muse. I totally forgot you guys released the CD. Congratulations, by the way.
Hey, thank you.
Good to see you too.
You as well.
You too.
We got brothers in the house. I love it.
That's right.
Today's one of those days I'm having where like everything's just like fuck it. I'm having one of those forget it days. Like
This Wednesday feels an awful lot like a Monday for sure.
Do you feel it too?
Oh yeah.
You do?
All day this morning. I came here from work. It was just one of those days.
One of those days. I just can't get with it. I don't know. And I feel like the levels in my headphones aren't loud enough, and I can never hear what's going on. But regardless, here we are. We're doing our thing. It's great to see you. And seeing you guys actually made me come back down to earth a little bit.
All right.
Got my boys in the house, so it's cool.
Good.
Yeah.
It's good to see you guys.
The pink beard brought me back down to earth. I love it.
I love it. Yep. Real Men Wear Pink. Don't forget, people, we got a few days left, too, of our Real Men Wear Pink thing going on. You can follow it along on our Disruption page. Every little penny helps us get to our goal, and we are lacking on funds right now. We're nowhere near our goal. So please contribute to as much as you can. Or, if you got a nickel in your pocket, you can contribute. We will gladly take that nickel. Right. So every little bit helps. That's for damn sure. The D helping the B's.
That's right.
So, yeah. So back to Follow the Muse, man. Like you guys with Nick Pinciniti, who's like the most handsome musician ever, right?
Talented guy.
No, he is. He's beyond talented.
Yeah.
The guy's sick. Like he's one of those guys that make you sick. Like you watch him play guitar and you're like, oh wow, he's really good at guitar. Then all of a sudden he'll pick up a banjo and be like, wow, he's really good at banjo. Then he'll pick up a mandolin and he'll start fiddling around with the mandolin. Then he'll get on piano and I'm like, all right, dude, I hate you right now.
Bro, I have to watch him and be in a band with him when he plays guitar, and he's leaps and bounds better than I am, and it's like his fourth or fifth instrument. He's like, I suck. I'm like, you don't even play guitar, bro, and you're just I'm like, what am I doing?
Right, he's so humble about it.
Yeah, he's a likable guy. He's awesome.
Yeah, he's super nice, dude.
And he's good at everything. He is.
So with Follow the Muse, what made you switch over to bass?
Him?
Yeah,
he's better than me. Why
He's
would I
the
play
boss.
guitar? And he's the boss.
Play the bass.
So that's right.
He's the boss.
Yeah.
That was my role. If we were gonna do something with him, I was like A-Rod. I had to slide over to third.
I gotcha.
So I did that. But happily, you know what I mean?
He's doing a great job on the bass too. I was a little worried at first, but I think he's a better bass player than a guitar player.
Well, if you think about it, in previous years, like a lot of the great bass players were guitarists at first.
Yeah.
They started off playing guitar, and now they're phenomenal bass players. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, man. And now, for people that don't know Follow the Muse, explain your music to them.
I call it just kind of Americana.
Americana.
Folky, just roots rock, I guess, is what we've dubbed it, Because
Gotcha.
he's got his bluegrass stuff, he's got kind of a country twinge to him. Mm-hmm. And then you have us, which are...
Yeah, I mean, I think he originally he wanted this band to be a bluegrass trio.
Yeah.
Right, but he got himself a rock band.
Well, yeah. Because what are you going to do? You join a band with the two of us. And
Right.
Like,
we're like, hey.
I don't play the drums quietly.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of...
Tell the story about the first time.
So, yeah, the first time we get together, it was right after Mason's Revolt practice. So we get done and we're, full volume. Nick walks in. I said, all right, let's, we'll turn it down. So I'm playing literally as quiet as I can possibly play the drums.
This is the first practice ever?
Very first time. I pretty much first time I ever really met Nick. And we get done with the first song, and he looks over at me and he's like, "Wow, Nate, you're really loud." And I said, "Nick, that was like a 1 for me."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh boy." And I could see in his face, like he's like, "This is never going to work." And in my head, I'm saying, "This is never going to work." And I'd say after about 2 months, we started to kind of meet in the middle. Mm. And
it took 2 months, though.
Oh yeah, I'd say at least.
That's amazing to me that you lasted 2 months, especially thinking in the first practice, like, this is never going to work.
Yeah.
Usually you think it's never going to work. You're never going to go to that second or third practice.
Yeah. And it was a clash of worlds, too. I mean, despite not, literally, but despite not playing out a ton at the time, we still get together, practice every week. Nick is around at musicians where they just go and, here's the chart, or learn this, it's in this key, and go. So it's like even just two different ways of thinking and constructing something.
Right.
So it was
a challenge for everybody.
It was weird, but everything that we were doing and that was coming out, we liked.
Yeah.
So it was like, wow, this is cool. This is an aspect of this that I didn't think about before. And he almost started, the wheel started turning in his head, like a way to write a little bit differently or whatever. So it was an interesting few months, and it has grown. And
you guys got him to step out of his comfort zone, and he got you to step out of yours.
100%.
Yes.
We have now met in the middle.
And you met in the middle.
And we had a CD release party, and he played through a Marshall half stack. So.
I think at this point he's more on our side
We
than,
win.
than the
Oh,
middle.
yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
You hooked him?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That being said, the funniest thing, like my favorite tune is probably the most stereotypical way he would write, and it's like our softest, like little love song. I just love it. I'm like, this is a hit with just you and an acoustic guitar, let alone the little bit we add. So so it's weird that's my favorite, but we're still trying to get him to rock out.
The first time him and Jay came into the show, they brought their instruments and started playing, and they were playing Crazy Train. So after they got done, I'm like, Nick, and knowing Nick's background, like, homeschooled or whatever, he lived out in the sticks, and he grew up different than we did.
Yes. Yep.
Anyhow, I'm like, Nick, did you ever hear of Crazy Train growing up? He goes, no, the first time I ever heard it was pretty much like last week.
Yeah.
And like he never grew up on rock and roll. And now here you two come in and totally rock his world. And now Nick has been out to see Beside the Sun too, which is your rock band. We got to mention that, which you guys are playing this Friday night at 12 North. Check it out. It's going to be a great show. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. Nick has been out to see Beside the Sun, and it must have been like a culture shock for him.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny seeing him in the crowd because
watching him in the background.
His eyes were this big, and
him and his wife were out there, and I was like, oh man,
I think he enjoys it. I think he genuinely enjoys it.
When we practice, he'll get there. We'll be wrapping up, so he hears it at practice, and it's every time he's like, that was tight. This was that. So he completely from just a artistic standpoint, he definitely appreciates it, for what it is, which is awesome.
Completely different style. So like, Follow the Muse, every time we play a song, it's different. We kind of just
wing it.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of improv, and with Beside the Sun, everything is, it's
right. It's
complete
exact
structured
parts. And Nick, I think he's kind of like impressed by that, but it's just
Were you guys ever an improv guy at all? Like Nick or Nate, you played in jazz bands too, growing up too, didn't you?
Yeah, it was in high school. It was in high school
But did
jazz
you
band.
improv a little bit at all?
Not really.
Not
no.
then, right?
No.
And you, Josh?
I never have. I've never considered myself, nor am I. It's not that I don't consider myself, but I'm just not the type of player like, hey, this is an A, let's play it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, my 1-3-5 or whatever. I don't play like that. You know what I mean? I don't know much about theory. I've gotten
You're not
by,
a sheet music guy.
I've gotten by on my ear. So, and as far as the rock thing goes, we get together, we can write, we write, we play, come up with tunes on the spot. We jam when we practice. But as far as like the show element, there's never been an ounce of improv in the show element. Everything is
on purpose anyway.
Yeah, very true. But everything's been structured down, even to just the filler in between songs. It's structured. So that's the show we deliver. Structured show.
So did Nick play? He wrote all these songs on the new album, right?
Yep.
For Follow the Muse.
Yeah, he had them all written beforehand, and then we just wrote our parts.
Nice, cool. And where could people find this? Pretty much everywhere digitally.
Yeah. It's I've been spinning it on Spotify, but it's on iTunes, I believe, as well, right?
Yep.
And then physical copies, you can just contact us through the ways of social media if you want physical copies.
Follow the Muse, man. And congratulations on releasing this. I know you guys had a big CD release party in the barn. Can you plug that barn?
Yeah, so the place, it's called Jesse's Place. It's actually like
Jesse's Place.
It's like a private barn. They kind of do just a friends and family thing, but it's out there on Shanley Road in Deansboro.
Gotcha.
And very good friends of Nick's that they kind of booked some stuff there, and a friend of a friend, so we were able to get there. It's a beautiful place, man. It was the perfect atmosphere, especially for this type of music.
Nice.
So we had the Old Main join us. They opened up for us and
Love
did
those
us
dudes.
oh my god, did
Yeah,
us that favor. It was
great.
just the trio, just the three of them. So I know Pickle's been playing with my keyboard, and then they had the banjo guy there. What's his name? What's the
Dusty.
Dusty, yes. But it was just Nash, Mitch, and Seth.
Yeah.
And it was those guys are dialed in, doing what they're doing. Like, they're awesome.
I feel like you and Seth should do a side Ginger project. I'm sure that gets brought up.
That'd be great. We could do it, yeah.
I feel Old Main is like right there. They're like right there, and a lot of people are talking about them. They're getting a great buzz out there, and I'm proud of them, man. They're working their butts off.
And they're playing like they're not even playing locally anymore. It's regionally. I mean, they'll be downstate, they'll be in Vermont, they'll be in Pennsylvania, they'll be in Western New York. Like, so they're getting out there, and it's awesome. It's grown organically, and it's a cool thing to watch that from afar.
Indeed.
For sure.
Very, very cool, man. You guys are busy, though. How do you find time? I mean, Nate, we got to give a plug to Nate because Nate is Nate actually, and this is a public service announcement, is one of the very first people that actually believed in this show. He believed in it, and like he made this beautiful bar that we're about to put in use really, really soon. We've got some great content coming up really soon.
You can see
Check
it
your
over
local
there
listing.
just a little
You
bit.
can see it kind of, yeah, in the back. Nate Stoneworks Concrete Artisan. He does some amazing countertops and fireplaces and a bunch of stuff. He's like an artist when it comes to putting concrete stuff together. It's amazing. So we got this bar over there. So Nate was one of the very first dudes that were like, sure, Z, here you go.
There you go.
And he believed in us. And
that's right.
So that's a brother.
We
right
finally got it out of storage.
It was beautiful over there.
But how do you guys find time to do everything that you're doing? Nate, you own a business. You're constantly busy over Big Apple and everything else that you're doing too.
It's not as easy.
Yeah, I honestly don't know. I think about it sometimes, and I'm like, people will say, like, "Oh, how's the business?" The business is great. I'm super busy, and they're like, "Oh, you playing anymore?" And I'm like, I play more now than I did 10 years ago.
How crazy is that?
So I have no idea.
With two kids.
Yeah, two kids. I'm lucky enough that my wife is awesome and lets me do everything that I do. I mean, she steps it up, and it's like, hey, can I play a show in Lake Placid? And she's like, sure. And it's like,
we've been super lucky too. Like, we never gave up Wednesday nights, no matter how busy we were. Mm-hmm. Like, even at Big Apple, I'm there 6 days a week. Work a ton, 50, 60 hours a week. He's got, the two kids. He's got his business. The concrete thing is, you never know when it's going to finish up, when it's going to seal up, whatever. You got to install. Installs are stressful. But Wednesday night, come 5:30 Wednesday night, you know you're going to be at a spot. So it's like, even if we, for
That's
a while
your practice night.
Yeah. So like, even if for a while when some things were in limbo, sometimes we weren't even playing, but we still just would meet at the shop on Wednesday nights, because it's like, hey, at least Wednesday night, is, you can breathe and
You get it, your clubhouse.
That's right. That's it.
The clubhouse.
Yep.
That's
It's been a fun time.
we do have a sweet clubhouse
It
now.
is. Yeah.
I mean,
have you been up to the shop?
I haven't.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
I
He
haven't.
built a new shop.
I
We got
know
this nice
you've-
fancy new thing.
I know where it is.
we've played in some questionable places over the years, and it's like,
Some shacks.
Yeah.
yeah. And at my house, we practiced in this old barn, and it was, middle of winter. It's 30 degrees in there.
You're outside.
Yeah, it's basically, play outside, but
You get a salamander, and the place smells like propane.
Yep.
That was what we did.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
now we
so
have
now we had,
insulation and a furnace.
yeah.
And you can be as loud as you want.
Yep.
And heat. That's the important thing, especially this time of year. Too,
Yep.
the heat.
And some beautiful new rugs.
Yes.
Courtesy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I put
that's
those in
right.
there, man. It looks
Oh,
great.
Those are in the
that's-
band room.
Duh, I forgot about that. I forgot all
Now we
about
can
that.
kick our shoes off and have a good time.
Nate
bro.
was in my storage unit. I'm like, Nate, take this. Take that. I was trying to give him
I can
everything I
imagine.
could possibly give him.
I was like, all right, yeah.
Take this. Take the rugs.
I can imagine what you have stockpiled over the years.
There's so much
just
stuff, bro.
from everything you've done.
I got to get rid of it. If anybody wants my storage locker, I'll give you a really good deal on it.
You should call it. What channel is that on? You should call up. Was it A&E or Discovery? And just have Storage Wars. Come to my unit.
Pop that thing open. There's so much shit in there. There's music here and like bar stuff, and then there's clothes, and like half a house is in there, and TVs, and oh my god, they would go nuts on what's it called? Locker Wars or Storage Wars.
Yeah.
They would go nuts on that show. They would have so much fun.
That's awesome.
Crazy. So we're in there, and I'm just like, Nate, take everything.
Right.
He was throwing stuff in my truck, and I'm like, I don't want that.
Yeah.
Like, get this. I don't want this.
But no, I'm glad those rugs are being put to use. There's more too of those soundproof type of rugs too.
Yeah.
So if you want those,
Well,
come grab
Dangler
them.
said he's like, "Has he got any more?"
Yes.
I was like, he does.
That's right.
Come
Dangler,
grab
yes.
them, please.
Yes.
Yeah,
Awesome.
man. We're gonna switch it up a little bit this Friday night. Big
Yes.
show, 12 North.
Yep.
Our boy Mason Jarmasucci putting together another barn burner.
Another
of
banger.
Another
He's back
banger.
at it.
Bring him down
Yeah.
Productions. He's like,
right.
just when I thought I was out, they pulled him back in.
Yeah,
Nah, he
yeah,
can't get
yeah.
out of this. I told guys like him and I are stuck in this music world for the rest of
Yeah.
our lives. So I don't think you're ever going to get out of it.
I think the funniest thing about that is like, all right, so we got back into doing shows at 12 North. He's trying to, put a platform out there for local original rock. And here we are, 3 shows in, maybe 3 shows in, and already, well, these dates look like they might be good dates for the animal benefit. I swear, like, in between, January to November, it's like, nope, not doing it, nope. Come this time of year, here we are, almost November.
Right.
All right, we'll start looking at dates, see if there's any interest. Rich, of course there's interest, bro. Everybody likes to do that show.
We love the Animal Jam. It's my favorite show of the year. Well,
That's
one of
right,
them
man.
for sure.
That's right. That's what put us on, man.
Yeah.
That show is what put us on.
That's what it got us all together, too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It definitely
So.
got us all together.
Yeah.
But, Masucci, you have to do that show. If you're watching this, please do the show.
I have no choice.
You have no choice. It's a staple in the community.
It is.
And plus, he already put it on Facebook. So once it's on Facebook, it's
Yeah, it's
already
official.
happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't go
Facebook
back on
official.
it now. That's right, bro. You can't go back on it now. You proposed dates.
So back to this Friday night, though. You guys got the big
Friday
show
night.
happening. This is
We do.
is what, your third show out with
Second.
this lineup? Second show?
second,
That's
yeah.
it.
That show in May was our first show, and it was unbelievably successful.
Huge.
Yep, Trampoline Jetstream joined us. New Radio Etiquette joined us. We have Trampoline Jetstream on this one. We do have some unfortunate news, is that Nick is not feeling well and basically has no voice.
Oh, bummer.
He's been sick. They've been in the studio recording, and he caught that thing that everybody seems to be getting right now, where it lasts 3 weeks and you sound like morning voice all the time.
You sound like me.
Like you. So he messaged us just within the last 24 hours and was talking to Rich, and he's like, "I'm so sorry." He goes, "I don't think I can do it." So
bummer.
we got another band coming out from.
Well, Nick, I hope you feel better.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Feel better. We miss you. Get better. We'll do another show.
Absolutely.
But we got another band coming out from Syracuse, A Greater Danger. A kid I met through Big Apple. His name's Fred Turner. They're an awesome band. They play a bunch out at the Lost Horizon. They play with We Came as Romans. They're opening tonight for Palisades out there. They've done some shows in New York City, and it'll be a good fit. They're much like us. They get a little bit heavier. They get a little bit softer. They're just a really solid band. Like when you listen to it, I can't believe the production on their stuff. Like if you go to their Facebook page, A Greater Danger, and listen to it, the production on their stuff is amazing. And they thankfully were all available last minute. They got, like I said, they got a show tonight. I think they have a show Saturday. And they're
Good. They're busy.
Yeah, we'll do it. Yeah, they're doing well.
They're really good.
So they will be joining us, A Greater Danger. So definitely look them up, give their page a like, and come out and see them, because I don't know if they've played out this way at all, or if they have, it's been a long time. So absolutely.
Cool. So that's happening this Friday at 12 North.
Yep.
Doors open at what time?
8 o'clock doors,
8 o'clock.
9 o'clock show.
9 o'clock show.
Yep.
It's going to be a good time. You got it. I'm telling you, man. Fred Turner is giving you a thumbs up right now, actually. So.
Awesome. What up, buddy?
Yeah.
What up, Fred? I'm telling you right now, people, Beside the Sun kicks ass. You need to see this. I hate all the local bands. I actually like these guys. No, I'm kidding. I like all the local bands. But, you know how I am. Like the old miserable guy. Hey, kid, get off my lawn. No.
Just realistic.
Oh, anyways, you guys blew me away when you guys played that one time back in May, and I thought it was great, and I want to see more out of you guys.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
this is
tough. We'd like to. It's tough. You don't want to oversaturate. You know what I mean?
Well, the problem was we played that show, and I think 2 weeks later, my second son was born. So
Yeah.
it was kind of like we built this momentum, and it was like, okay,
Yeah.
pump the brakes. I'm going to take it easy this summer.
Yeah.
But summer, summer for original bands isn't always
No, it's terrible around here.
jumping.
So
You know what I mean? Like everybody's so focused on Varick Street.
Well, it's summertime. There's too much going on,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of competition.
We were talking about it.
Unless you're playing festivals.
Right.
That's where it's at.
Yeah. We were talking about it. It's funny, like during the summer, I feel like people work harder in the summer on vacation than they do at work because our summers are so short. You know, everybody's old forge, like Placid. They're going, camping here, camping there, seeing this show. So it's like people don't get a break. So for us, philosophy has always been get past Labor Day, let people breathe,
Yeah, fall.
and here we are.
Fall and winter.
So, yep, it'll be good.
The other
Have some
thing-
interest. There's not as much going on, so
The other thing is, too, is there a lack of venues around here.
yeah,
oh yeah,
Lack of venues willing to take a chance on independent music.
right,
yeah,
I mean, there's venues for the cover bands,
absolutely.
for sure.
which is cool.
Yeah.
There's a great cover scene in the area. There's some
Yeah.
great bands. Showtime's a kick-ass band.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Last Left, they're a great band.
Yeah.
Simple Props. There's some really good bands.
There's some
Yeah.
excellent,
Out there.
excellent bands.
And
Yes.
there's some great cover bands, but there's also some great original bands in the area as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
It's tough though.
But there's nowhere to showcase them.
Yeah. Well, and some of those venues are crossover, but like, some bands aren't the style or flavor that cross over well.
Right.
Yeah, it's
So
tough.
You can't just have, Lucan sticks out as being one of those venues where like at least a little bit heavier music goes over what
Not really.
I don't know about well, but at least it's a place for it. They allow it, the Bomb plays there or whatever. So, but yeah, it's tough.
It is. It's tough.
It is real tough.
We're going to fix that.
Do it. Fix it.
We're going to fix that.
I know a guy that used to own a bar.
I do too, actually. I know a couple guys that used to own a bar. But that's the one thing that's missing around here is we need that independent hall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who knows? Might be coming soon. You
Hey.
never know.
Absolutely.
But Beside the Sun this Friday. Now let's talk about at 12 North. Can't forget that. 12 North this Friday. Go check it out. It's always a great show when they
Chicken
play
wings are fantastic. Come for the
Yeah.
chicken wings, even if you don't come for the music.
There you go. Let's talk about the band, though. Beside the Sun. Been doing it for about a year now.
Yep.
Pretty much it's you guys who've been playing together for a long time.
Forever.
Yeah.
And then you had Dangler switch over from guitar to bass.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then picked up Mikey Santoro.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you found Chris Perez.
We did.
Who are like he's a
Literally,
gem in the rough.
literally
kinda.
found him.
Right.
He found you.
He found you.
Also true, because he's that type of guy.
Well, that's the thing is like, typical musicians are going to gravitate towards the musician, especially if they're from out of town. And he's pretty much from Florida, right?
Yeah, Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Fort Lauderdale.
Yep. He came into Big Apple a couple weeks after.
Which we might get an appearance by him a little bit later, huh?
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, he's teaching our the future leaders of the world right now. But yeah, he came into Big Apple a couple weeks after he moved here, and I see this dude walk in, full tats, and a Mets hat, and I think I broke his balls about wearing a Mets hat because we're adamant Yankee fans down there, so I think I broke his balls on that. And he was just talking about how he just moved here, he's looking to do whatever. And at that time, Masons had just Brondo had just started like that second shift, so Masons was kind of going into this little halt period.
We picked up Mike. We wanted to add a second guitarist to Mason's Revolt, and we played one show with Mike.
Mm-hmm.
He was so pumped. He was all excited. He's great. And then
Yoshi
like, I think at that show, Yoshi was like, "Look, guys, I'm getting switched to nights. I'm not.
Yeah.
It's going to be nearly impossible for me to
nothing you can do.
practice."
So, yeah. So we were kind of I was like, just chatting about tattoos and whatnot. And he's like, I'm looking to do something. I'm like, well, we play. And in the future, you never know what might go down. And we had some common things during that conversation, bands that we liked and things like that. So he came in the store periodically throughout the spring and early part of the summer. And once Masons wound up being in a full holding pattern, it was like clockwork. We were just like, who are we gonna get to hang out on Wednesday nights at the very least? Do whatever. We don't have a bass player. We don't have this. And he popped in the store on a Wednesday, like afternoon, and I was like, oh my god! So I texted.
It was like the week we kind of were decided to kind of
What are we gonna do? Are we gonna move forward? Are we gonna take a break, whatever.
Like, bam, there's Chris.
He popped in on a Wednesday, and he left the store, and I messaged these guys. I was like, hey, that guy that was from Florida was just in the store. He's like, message him, see if he can come. So at like 2:30 on a Wednesday, I'm like, hey, we practice every Wednesday, 6 o'clock. I go, you want to come check it out? Instantly, I'll be there. Send me the address.
He just actually texted me, what's the address?
What is the address?
Strange.
Awesome. And
you need the address?
yeah.
Do you have it?
No.
641 James
641.
Street. Yeah.
And he came that night and just ad-libbed and freestyled over what we did, and we wrote a song that night.
Yeah?
Yep.
Oh, good.
It was Mike, Nate, Chris, and myself. No bass player, just 2 guitars, drums, and a vocalist. And he hummed along and just said some words that didn't make sense, and it was a melody that fit, and he wrote some words to it, and we wrote Wake Up that night. I was
like
instantly. So the chemistry was there from the start.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was
Smiles all around the room.
Oh, yeah,
It was real.
absolutely. Yeah, because we hit this point with music where we were all we were kind of depressed. Like, it got to the, Mike was all excited. He's finally in the band. He hasn't played music, and I think he took like 10 years off.
Yeah.
Finally gets in the band and nothing. And, so he's down, and then me and Josh were kind of bummed, and he comes in, and it was just like,
energy.
I can't believe this is
He
happening.
came in like the guiding light.
Yeah.
Right. That's right. And he was stoked too, just to, because at that point he had been here maybe 6 months
Oh, yeah.
or whatever, and he had tried, looked around. He meets a lot of people at his one job where he bartends, and still kind of just dead ends or whatever.
Right.
So to have a place to go and then to have it gel the way it did, it was, it definitely rejuvenated all of us,
Right.
To put it together. So.
And on the other side of that, too, he's just a good dude.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
He is. He's a good
Yeah.
He's a good kid.
He's a chameleon. He can get
Yeah.
along with anybody. He can, he can imprint himself.
chameleon.
He is.
This band has almost no drama. I mean, you got Josh in the band, so there's going to be a little...
There's always,
Yeah, there's
drama
always
with
that
it.
he's
political
a pain in the
drama
ass.
with him.
Yeah. He gets going, and
Which we're not going down any of that
No,
rabbit
no,
hole
no, no.
tonight.
Oh, no. It's off limits.
you and Chris get going every now and then.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm
it's
sure.
It's fun to watch. But yeah, there's no drama. We've all kind of reached a point in life where we're very passionate about this band, but it's not so much, it's not we're gonna make it big and we're gonna
Right.
tour. It's
Get
just
that right out of your head.
Yeah.
Right.
We want to make it big, and we would love to tour, but that's not like
I don't want to tour.
the end result.
I got
He's like,
2 kids. I got a wife.
I
I
don't
got
wanna-
a
He ain't
business that I love.
tour.
Like, I don't want to tour.
What about like a weekend run here and there?
Sure,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We ain't going out for 3 months.
Right.
Not happening.
Well, unless they were dangling some dollars. at
You show me that. Show me
Well,
some
that-
serious money,
well,
and we can
that's-
talk. But
yeah, that's where it's all at. But we're all, we're all adults. We're all settled into our lives. So it's like,
And that's
just doing
the,
it-
that's
just doing
the
it
other
for
thing
fun.
too. I mean, you guys have been playing together for a long time, the
Yeah.
two of you.
Yeah.
And of course, when you're in your 20s, it was like, yeah, we're going to try to make it big and do this and
Yeah.
put a lot of work into it and win Battle of the Bands, which you guys did, and
Yeah.
open for big names and do that and put the work into it. But then after a while, family set in and life kicks in.
Yeah.
And it gets a little bit difficult to try to juggle all of it. So.
Yeah. Yep.
It's cool. You do it because you're feeding your soul, man.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Well, that's totally it. It's almost easier to do it now. And the first show was a great turnout, and that was probably one of the most satisfying shows we've ever played. We've had our great shows, him and I together, but like been out of the game a while, doing whatever, to get that many people at that bar for a brand new band.
Brand new.
Yeah.
Great debut.
It was
It was an
it was
amazing
extremely
debut.
satisfying. There was a lot of hard work that went into it, but like you said, it's not stressful. It's just it's hard work, but we do it because we like it. That's why we've kept Wednesday nights. And yeah, it's rewarding.
The 2 best debuts I've ever seen come out of local bands were you guys,
Right.
and Max when Into Shadow came out.
Oh,
When he did
yeah,
that
dude.
at Oneonta Theater, which is your old bandmate for
Yeah.
Autumn Fire.
I never got to see
you,
them.
You
I know.
both of your bands, the way you guys came out with your debuts were
Yeah.
unbelievable. It was epic, remarkable.
Yeah. What Max was able to accomplish with Into Shadow, like I almost think he doesn't even know how it happened. Like
I like the way he did it.
everything they did was legit.
Legit, like they did the
Everything.
video, like the video came out 2 months or a month before the show, and then when the show came out, it was a release party and merchandise, and he had his shit together, and it full on.
And then they played
and they
great
promoted
gigs.
the hell out of that show, and there was a lot of people at the Oneonta Theater.
Yeah.
And he killed it for his opening debut for Into Shadow was great, and same goes for you guys too, man. I mean, your very first debut with your very first show with Behind the Sun was kick ass.
Yeah.
It was great support in the crowd. People were amped up, and you guys fucking delivered.
Yeah,
it was great.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
It was really good.
Yeah, it was fun.
Borges checking in, Dave Borges saying, "What's up, buddy?" Saying hello to you,
Borgia.
Josh. So. What's up, Dave? How you guys doing? Everybody who's watching this, if they could do us a favor, please click the share button. Help us spread the word of Beside the Sun and follow the Muse and everything we're doing here at the D.
That's right.
Plus, we got the big show this Friday. Unfortunately, I can't make it. I wish I
know,
could.
man.
I wish I could.
You
But
look like you're sick, bro. You should. Yeah. No, that's all right. Stanley's been busy, man.
Yeah.
So
well,
it's
this is
good.
the busy season for the Stanley.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is the busy season. I bust my ass all summer long, all over the place, and I come home thinking it's going to be a little more lax, but I got even busier.
Yeah.
Which is fine, though. I like being busy.
Absolutely, man.
I love what I do.
And I'm looking at the flyers here. They got a lot of good stuff coming in.
Yeah, Seinfeld's coming in, and Bob Dylan's coming in, Vic DiBenedetto. There's some great Broadway shows coming up, and Chris Bodie, which is a great trumpet player. And he's been all around the world. He's world-renowned.
See, people want to say there's nothing to do.
Yeah.
There's a lot to do.
Even in the winter and the fall, you could still find a lot to do in this area. That's for damn sure.
Yep.
That is for damn sure. So, Beside the Sun, I'm really excited for you guys to come out, man. You guys got to record an album. I'm going to make a plan for you guys. All right, let's get an album together.
Can you manage us? We need a manager, bro.
No, I got enough going on. I can't even manage my life, let alone 5 guys.
Amen to that.
Anyways, record this album. Let's get this album out, right? Big release party and some posters and merchandise and stuff.
Yeah.
And we'll rent out a big old hall and just throw a party. We need to throw a party. And do it old school. Like, let's stay away from the bars. Like, a lot of these bars aren't really accepting independent music.
Yeah.
So let's create our own scene if we got it.
That's something I've been talking about for a while, that you almost have to go that way, like throw your own party.
Right.
And like we did it at 12 North, but we kind of did it that way. We were like, listen, we're going to have the bands, we're going to have the set times. We're not going to go till 2 o'clock in the morning. We're going to go, this is going to be 8:30 to 11:30. We brought in our own sound. We had our own merch, whatever. And it's like what you're doing at JCC.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
That is, I saw Floodwood there. What a place to have just because the stage is 10 feet tall off the ground. You know what I mean? Like, that's awesome. But you got to do what you got to do. And if there'd be places willing to accommodate that, people will come out.
Yeah.
They will. There's a lot going on where you can, if you take it into your own hands, if you're willing to bite the bullet for a few $100, bring in sound, do whatever, sell your tickets. If you have a following, it'll work.
Indeed.
And then the Follow the Muse release, we threw it in a barn.
That was amazing. Like, I walked in there and I said, Nick, nicely done. This is one of the coolest shows I've ever played.
And that's my vision, man. Let's get a barn. Dude. Yeah. Let's get a barn somewhere. You just do shows there. It doesn't have to be a bar. You just do a venue.
We had Woodland Brewery. They came out. They were serving beer. My cousin came out. He did wood fire pizza. I mean, it was great.
That rustic feel to it.
Dude.
Down home, backwoods country feel. I love that.
In the hills of Deansboro.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter. Like I said, it was
Ricky Bobby.
Ricky Bobby. It was the.
Were they all yelling Ricky Bobby that night?
No, surprisingly they weren't. You know what I mean? So they all might have gone to the Borough afterwards. But it was.
Didn't you go to the Borough after?
I love the Borough. That's a fun bar.
You did, yeah. See,
I did.
The Maris family does it.
We wanted better, different food. So we left there.
You left
like bar food. Yeah, we were just there for a hot minute.
Dangler's checking in. He said,
Dangler.
He say, "What's up, fellas?" He wants to know if I got any rugs left, and I do. I got a lot of rugs left.
I'll throw some. Wish they were here. I'd throw them right in the truck.
I know.
Seriously, I got a ton of rugs left. So yes, if you want them, come get them.
We'll go raid the storage unit.
And then Fred Turner's checking in and said the Legion in Oneonta was open for a few shows years back. They probably still would do a couple shows, and they got cheap beer, too.
There you go.
Oneonta was always great.
Oneonta was great.
Or, I'm sorry, Oneida.
Oneida would work.
I've never played in Oneida.
No.
So that would work.
Nice
Oneonta,
midpoint.
though.
Oneonta was a different story.
That's a whole nother.
That was a fun town.
You guys opened up for Blue Oyster Cult in Oneonta, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And Filter.
And Filter?
Yep.
See, those were different times back then.
They were.
And even just the shows that we put on were pretty killer down there.
Like in the upstairs theater, there was, it was fun.
And some of the smaller bars, we played shows with Nasty Midnight, which is basically
part of
Into Shadow.
yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah. Sorry, but so we played a bunch of shows with those guys, and we had a nice little following down there in Oneonta.
Yeah.
What was that one spot? Black Oak?
Yeah,
Black
Back in
Oak.
the day? Yeah.
I think it's still there too.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they used to have a rich music scene in Oneonta back in the day, especially in the '90s. And the jam band scene was real rich in Oneonta back in the early and late to '90s.
Gotcha.
So, whole different times back then. But I feel like all that it's going to come back.
I hope so.
It will. I heard Masucci's podcast. He was like, "Oh, it's the death of the local music scene." It's not really that dead.
No,
It's really not that dead. It just takes a couple people willing to take a chance and to do a couple shows here and there.
That's it. It's changing the mindset of certain people just to allow it to happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because enough local original music that's fantastic.
We could whip up a show right now.
Right.
Yeah.
We know that would be good and have people out.
Yeah.
But it's proving to those bars. And listen, you got to understand.
That's what I'm saying. Let's stop thinking about bars and having that mindset of bars.
True.
We don't need the bars.
No.
You
No,
guys
we
are
don't.
doing it in barns, and we could do it. We'll find a bowling alley. I mean, like Fred's saying, the Legion in Oneida.
Yeah.
I mean, there's places. Let's stop thinking about fuck the bar owners.
Right.
Also true.
They don't want to do anything. Let them screw them. We don't have to.
Yeah.
We'll go over here and we'll bring our scene elsewhere.
Yeah.
And then bet your sweet ass in about a year from now they're gonna knocking on our door. Hey, you guys want to come play?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's screw it. We start our own thing.
I got 11 acres. We can just build something.
See, now you're talking, Crossman. Now you're talking. Bonfires at Crossman's house.
There you go.
We can light it up.
Last time that happened, though, I was driving a Jeep around the yard at 1 o'clock in the morning, and the wife got mad. So maybe if we prepare her for it, that will be all right.
As long as you're not driving the Jeep up a tree.
Yeah.
Anyways. But that's what we got to do is create our. That's how we used to do it back in the day. I miss the old backyard parties.
Yeah.
We all did it. We grew up in the sticks.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was the thing to do. You have a big bonfire and set up some music.
And that's where the hardcore scene, I guess, or just black metal scene or whatnot. That's what they do. They're just throwing house parties.
They're doing house parties, right? That dude's throwing parties in his basement.
And they're raging. I'm telling, no joke, the week of one of those parties, kids come into the store, getting ready, the guys in the band, because they throw 6-8 bands on a bill and whatnot. They come into the store and that there's a party that week. It's
because everybody's getting strings and shit.
If I notice it, there's other people that are going to it. You know what I mean? So it's cool. That's what it is. That's what we need to do.
Yeah, create your own. Something like the hardcore scene, though, no bar's going to take a hardcore, unless you're in New York City or L.A. or something like that. But
so you have to make your own.
You have to make your own.
Yep.
So you got 11 acres, huh?
I do. I do. And most of it's wooded, so we could literally put a stage in the woods.
Yeah, and camping,
They wouldn't even be able to find us.
That'd be the way to go.
No noise ordinance where I live, too. So
that was always the most fun growing up. Backyard parties, bonfires, the radio up really loud, drinking Ovi splits.
Zima.
Yeah, Zima. And just a random band would set up and play. And shit, we used to do that back in the old 9-ball days. Joe would set up on his house back on Albany Road.
Yeah.
And just play back there. And that was different times, though, back then.
Technically, that's how Yoshi met his wife. I mean,
we were playing
Sweet's house?
No. We were playing a party on a trailer, a trailer bed. And that's how we officially met Liza.
Wow.
No, they met.
They knew each other
beforehand, but that's the night he knew Liza would be his wife.
This is my wife. I'm playing her house on a trailer. This is.
We've played a bunch of
I like this girl.
backyard parties.
Stuff.
Those are fun. I miss those days.
The weirdest one, which I forgot about, was where the hell were we? Up past Boonville.
Some shooting range.
Yeah, we played at a shooting range. Someone had heard.
Now that sounds dangerous.
Someone had heard us. Had come to a show and then hired us to play.
Which band was this?
Autumn Fire.
Autumn Fire.
And then to play, was it a birthday party? I don't even remember what it was. Graduation party. And it was at a shooting range, at Port Leyden or something. Does that sound right?
Somewhere
out that way. Boondocks Hotel or whatever it is, like somewhere I couldn't even get us there. I just know we were out that way. Take 12 until you don't know where you are.
Some deliverance shit.
Yeah, but it was slamming. It was just a bunch of,
people having a
Some
good time.
serious redneck stuff. I mean,
country people having a good time. I mean, graduation party was at a shooting range. That's awesome.
the kid's mom was hitting on me. I'm playing. She comes up behind me and she's like,
Yes.
You want to shoot my pistol?
motorboat in the back of my head. Like, I don't know if that's technically how it works, but
Want to put a couple of your bullets in my chamber?
Yeah. We've done some things we're not proud of.
Yeah.
we got to go.
You don't want to incriminate yourself now.
No, it was fun. And like I said, you're kind of doing it. You got the Trip Fest that you do. And
Yeah, Trip Fest was a lot of fun.
So,
Just trying to stay away from the bar. We don't need the bars.
no, we don't.
No.
You're right.
And that's the point I'm trying to get. Like, we could create our own and have our own fun and do our own thing if nobody else is going to accept us.
And and when you think about it, like some of the bands that you could get to do that, they already have decent followings.
Yeah, right.
So it's,
There's enough local talent in here. Like, you got 50 friends, they got 50 friends, they got 50 friends. Boom, we got 150 people.
Yeah.
right.
I'm happy with
Yeah,
150
that's fine.
people, aren't
Absolutely.
you? That's the way it should
Because
be.
that's like the old days. It's 150 people that are actually into it.
Right. And the other thing I can't stand is when bands will play and then bounce right out after their gig and not stick around at the end of the night. I mean, I can understand maybe you got family obligations or something happening.
Certain, but every time.
But stay there and support,
Yeah.
network, mingle a little bit, know your fellow bandmates or your rival bands and stuff like that. Get to know each other. I mean, it used to be a rival back in the day, but the scene lately is more communal now.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
or
really
if you're
cool.
playing, if you're playing later, show up and watch the bands before you.
Exactly.
Even if it's one guy from your band.
Right.
Show up so you can say,
Exactly.
hey,
At least
this
you
guy
have a
from here.
representative there.
Yes.
And I think that's the way it should be.
You know
guys
who's
have
the
to support
worst
each
when
other.
it comes to that?
Who's that?
Dallas.
Ah!
Fucking Dallas.
I was
He's
gonna
the
say
worst.
it, but you said it. I'm in a little text message.
Come on,
thing with-
Dallas.
I'm in a text message thing with him right now. Actually, in fact, there he is.
Dallas, you just got
Talking
here.
about you, Dallas.
Dallas, you just got here, and you want to use my cab? Okay. No.
I don't think Dallas has ever seen me play the drums.
Oh man.
No, that's not true.
That's not true because you played a 9-ball for a second there.
That's true.
I'm
yeah.
texting him right now. So we're talking about you on the podcast right now.
That was a lot of fun, actually,
Dallas,
playing
what's
with
up, man?
9-ball.
Love you,
Play
buddy.
with 9-ball?
I would have joined. They asked me to join, and I was like, it was right when Benny was about to be born, like right in the middle of that, and they're like, you want to officially be in the band, and I was like, I'd love to, but I already have Mason's Revolt. I was like, I can't do 2 bands and a baby. I was like,
Yeah, it's
and a business. That's when I was just starting up the business, so it was like shitty time,
fast forward 4.5 years.
but
They go, why?
that was a lot of fun.
This is funny. I go, we're talking about Dallas at the podcast right now. He goes about how white he is. It's a choke slam group, man.
We got to
that
get
got
him.
going on.
Maybe me, him, and Seth need to do a ginger trio.
There you go.
There.
All right, bro.
Wow, a little trio action. I like
Hell
that.
yeah.
Pulling Dallas out of his comfort zone.
See?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But Dallas is schooled, man. Like, that kid can pick up any guitar and be able to find his way around it, no problem.
Dallas has always been, I guess I'll say, the guitar player I've looked up to. Just because he plays a similar style or whatever, and he does stuff that I want to, just better. But I just appreciate his writing.
Yeah. He's a fluid player, man.
That's it.
He's very tasty. And
Yeah.
I enjoy playing with him
Yep.
myself.
He's one of my favorites to watch.
Since we are talking about him, we are going to tell you that Chokeslam is actually playing at 12 North
Yeah, man.
on December the 15th, I think it is.
Yeah.
I think
Nice.
it's,
Little Christmas shindig, bro.
Talking about him, we are going to talk. How did this happen? My computer does this to me. It just all of a sudden has a mind of its own,
There you
and
go.
it'll just start playing. There we go. All right. Anyways, but yeah, Chokeslam getting back together.
You been practicing yet?
No,
That's
that's typical Chokeslam fashion,
That's
man.
it. Hey, you know the song.
Doing this and other work and
Yeah, you've been busy, bro.
babysitting rock stars and all that other shit that I do. Kind of know the songs. I have been practicing myself in the house. Finally picked up that bass and
Have you?
started. Yeah. And
I asked you to join.
I know.
Beside
You're
the
going to
song.
really bring this up.
I got to bring it up.
Because you know,
gotta
I sat
believe
there
it.
that night going, man, this would have been fun to play in.
Right?
I sat there the whole time. And then when I finally met Chris, And
Yeah.
I'm talking to Chris at the bar. Nate comes up to me, puts his arm around me, goes, "You know this is the band I wanted you to play in, right?"
no.
Rub it in, Nate. Rub it in.
Hey.
'Cause I always wanted to play with this kid. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
He's a beast.
Hey.
Nate's a beast. Well,
We can still do something, man.
yeah, I got a song for Chris, actually.
There we go.
Yeah, I got a good song.
That you were telling me, yes,
And I
you
want
were
to
telling
put it
me that.
together. We're going to put a little funky thing together.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Awesome.
Get you a little funky, too.
I'll funk it up.
You
bro.
got a wah pedal?
George, yeah. George Benson radio all day long. I'll get funky.
I love George Benson, man.
That is, I don't stream music a lot, but like at the store, just have like some stuff in the background. It's George Benson radio, or like smooth jazz. So I'm down. Let's funk it up, bro.
There you go. I'm down to funk it up. I love to funk it up. Since Mandry's leaving.
Yeah, he is.
He's moving away on us.
Where's he going?
And I guess that's pretty much the demise of street rock. If there was any glimmer of hope that was ever going to happen, which is all good. He's going to go out to L.A., man. He should.
Awesome.
And I told him, I'm like, dude, if you don't go, you're going to be kicking yourself in the ass that you never went.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're right, man.
Yeah.
You're right. So
Regrets
you
a
gotta
bitch.
do it. Regrets a bitch. Yeah. Do it while you're young. You don't have a family. You don't have any kids. He's got no tie downs. If he's got the capabilities of doing so, do it.
Yeah.
And who knows with him? He's a lunatic.
Oh,
Somebody might find him on the streets, and all of a sudden you're going to see him on Jimmy Fallon or some shit.
yeah.
You never know.
He's hilarious.
Talk about Chris being a chameleon. This Chris is a chameleon. You know
Right.
what I mean? He really is. He'll do fine out there.
He's a funny dude. So yeah, now I gotta find a new project because now I'm getting the itch because I love playing in Chokeslam, but the cover thing, I'm not. I'd rather play my own, write my own, jam out. You know how it goes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now I need to put that creative outlet out there. Like I have time on my hands to do in another band, but
hey, you got it or you won't do it.
you're right. See,
You'd rather be busy
you
than
practice
bored.
what I preach.
You'd rather be busy than bored.
Indeed, man. How's things at Big Apple going?
They're going great, dude.
You guys take great care of me up there, man. I really appreciate everything you and the Bolus family does for me every year, man. It's just been over and beyond the Call of Duty, and thank you so much.
They do a lot for a lot of people, man.
Yeah.
They really do. So it's, 39 years in business. That says something. You know what I mean?
Neither one of you are 39 yet, are you?
No.
Nope.
No, close.
39
but
years
no.
of business,
He's been in business. Next year is year 40.
And there's been other stores, too. I mean, there was one in Oneida at one time, right?
Yep.
And I want to say there was one in Syracuse. And
Yep. He's had some other stores. He still has, like, they do BAM Productions, which is run by someone that he's known forever. So Phil out in Syracuse. I don't know if you come across BAM Productions.
Oh, yeah.
But,
yeah, he's the backline guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a store in Liverpool for a little while. And then just focus on this one. One store is good enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's busy.
Right.
So we're in the midst of school rental season, which is always hectic and stressful. 700-800 kids needing to rent instruments is, oof, it gets stressful.
Oh, I bet.
So, but yeah, 39 years, and he, ran out in American Music Supply. So that's not easily done. So.
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yep.
39 years. That's amazing. Well, we got to have a big 40th for him. Big
I'm
40th
sure.
birthday party. I'm sure he's got something planned.
I'm sure he'll do something.
We'll run out to Stanley or something.
Yeah. Oh, can you imagine?
They deserve it,
great.
man.
Absolutely.
They deserve all the recognition.
Absolutely.
Think of how many careers they jump-started.
Yeah.
You're saying 39 years, so they definitely got Bonamassa started. They definitely got all the Mo guys started.
Yeah. I mean, that's where you buy your gear, right?
That's where you bought your gear.
Yeah.
Everybody went to Big Apple.
Yep. And not only that,
Or Nicoteras. Remember Nicoteras?
Yeah.
I always with it. Big Apple and then A&A Drum Center.
That's right.
Because that was like,
yes, that was the drum
legit
shop.
drum shop.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Loved it
For
there.
sure.
But everybody went to Big Apple, took
Yeah.
lessons up there.
Yeah.
How many teachers did they have up there throughout the years? And then they moved it down around the corner on Commercial Drive on the other side.
Yep. Which we've been down there 11 years.
11
That's
years.
crazy.
Wow, I know.
Since we've been up top, 11 years.
I know. I feel like it's still new.
Yep.
I feel like it's new.
Yep.
The plaza was crazy yesterday, though, with Claudia.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It must have been
It
nuts.
was ridiculous. I'm like,
Could you even get customers into your building?
well, that was the thing. I was like booting people that were there for that. I was like, you can't park here. Well, why not? I'm like, because we have to conduct business. Like at the very least, we have people coming in for lessons. So it was, it was quite the scene.
I bet.
And it's just, it certainly wasn't the place for it.
Right.
Like, I don't know why they chose to do it there.
They couldn't do it at Valentino's or something?
Her regular office. Yeah, who knows? So, but it is what it is. So it was cool. It was weird thinking, like, so they roll up. He had, like, a little small detail. Like, they
We're not
blocked
dealing
off.
with the smartest bunch of people.
So, also true. But they, like, roped off half the parking lot or whatever. And for those of you that don't know, Eric Trump was in town. And so they roll in. I think they had, like, 2 state cops and just a small little detail. It was just kind of surreal to think that, like, wow, that guy over there is his dad is the president of the United States.
Yeah.
And he's
there
in
he
the
is.
Big Apple Plaza.
Right.
Yeah, like just that. Like, regardless of what you think about anything, it's just kind of crazy that, like, in this little plaza in New Hartford,
Right.
that guy's dad is the president.
Right. Chelsea Clinton would never have come to Big Apple Music.
Right, exactly. So,
Or
but
Ronnie
yeah.
Jr.,
Right.
Ronald Reagan Jr.
Yeah. So yeah, that was kind of, it was definitely crazy. People were there. They had a small amount of protesters across the street. And
Oh, did they?
we were joking about what the news would say, thousands of people show up and protest. And there's, like, 37 people or whatever. So, or say, hey, all these people attended this. And there's, like, maybe 100 people that attended. Or
At that point, do you grab a couple guitars and just start performing for people right there on the road?
We thought about that. We were like, we should just, like, grab a PA and just start blasting some tunes.
Yeah.
And do whatever. So, but yeah, it was short lived. It was cool. It was
Start playing Rage Against the Machine or something.
Yeah.
yeah. It was a little hectic, but it is what it is. Another day. Maybe that's why today was so crazy. Just because yesterday was such a throwaway
Because
day.
it drained you.
Oh yeah.
Yesterday
It
drained
was.
you, and today's just like,
Yeah. Throwing people out. I had to throw a news guy out. He parked right in front of the store. Like, news from out of town came.
oh yeah.
And I was like, hey, buddy. I was like, I go, you're here for that. I go, I just got to have you parked down. I go, we need to keep a couple spots. Because we literally only had, some people just didn't listen,
Right.
whatever. Some people I didn't catch. We're still conducting business. And the news guy got mad. I don't remember what news agency he was from, or I put him on blast. But he got mad. He was like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, you can park where everybody else is parking. Just drive around the block till you find something and walk here. I'm sorry you got your camera and a stand, but so he was pissed. But everybody else was pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
And I said,
Next time we get you some bike rack or something. Get some barricaded off
Yeah.
some parking spots just so your students can get their lessons in.
Yep. So yeah, it was a scene.
Hectic scene in New Hartford yesterday.
That's right.
I love it. But you know what? There's a lot of action going on in the area.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff. Downtown's happening.
Yeah.
There's construction all over the place.
Downtown looks completely different.
Completely different.
And I lived down there. there
yeah.
before it was cool.
You did.
Everybody.
And we were shooting videos in your apartment. and
Oh,
stuff.
that's right. I live downtown.
I forgot about
Just
that.
so everybody who lives downtown and in the what's that, Oyster Blue or whatever the hell it is down there.
Ocean Blue.
Ocean Blue.
Don't be cool. You know what it's called.
So yeah, Ocean Oyster. My bad.
Ocean Oyster.
No, there is a lot of stuff happening.
And
There's
like the
cranes
Brodock
in
Press
there.
building.
Yeah.
Listen, I lived down there before any of you did. And it wasn't cool when I lived down there. Now it's cool, and y'all.
It was
down
cool
there.
down when
Oh
you
no, it
lived
was
down
awesome.
there.
Well, the apartments next
it
to your
wasn't
old
the cool-
apartment
yeah.
look unbelievable. They're
Yeah.
all state of the art, beautiful. They're
Yeah.
charging like $2,000 a month to
Yeah.
stay in there. They're full. People are actually living in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's starting to happen a little bit. There's
Yep.
construction all over the place.
The Odd.
The Odd looks amazing.
Oh, my God.
Have you been in
Driving by-
72 yet?
I have
have
not
not.
been in there.
It looks great.
Yeah.
It looks like a great. It reminds me of a typical bar restaurant you'll see at a stadium.
Which is
Yeah.
what it should be.
Exactly.
That's awesome. Just the outside of the Odd just looks amazing.
Yeah.
Let alone when you like inside's beautiful. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but like the Utica Odd looks like an Odd.
And they
now when you
upgraded
drive
their
it.
PA too.
Yeah.
They had to.
Yes, they
Like
did.
you guys came out of the box looked great, but the PA was a little
Yep.
subpar. But this year I was at the game a couple weeks ago and it sounded great.
Someone might have been in their ear about that.
A lot of someone's have been in their ear about that.
So.
But no, things are happening. People are
Yeah.
complaining about the traffic too, because the traffic patterns are a little screwed up around here. But
Sure.
that's progress to me. Who cares if
Absolutely.
you got to wait an extra 5 minutes? The beauty of Utica and living up here, there is no traffic.
Right.
So
If you're-
God, you've never had to deal with traffic in your life, people. So God
Yeah.
forbid you have to hang out in a little construction zone for 10 extra minutes.
Yeah, if you're
woe is
complaining-
me. If you're complaining about that, come on, get the hell
Yeah.
out. Go move in the country.
Yeah. Or go drive through DC.
Well, yeah, right. Go live in L.A. where it takes you 3 hours to get 2 miles.
Yeah. It's nuts. And speaking of the old apartment, what's the isn't there like a little restaurant below where Brady's used to be?
Modus. Yeah.
Which I hear nothing but good things.
I
about.
heard
it's
it's phenomenal.
I've heard it's awesome.
I've not
haven't
been there, but-
yet either.
So you got Bite down there. Christy always is getting sweets. She works downtown, so she's always going to Bite. And she's like, "You want something down here?" I'm like, "God, woman."
See, and there's foot traffic down there
yeah.
with the college being down there. And people
That's
are
right, the
walking,
college is
and
down there.
colleges down there, and
Yep.
they just opened up another restaurant. And you said Bite, and
Yep.
it's happening down
Yep.
there. Things are going pretty good. The Hotel Utica, well, it's now the DoubleTree now.
Yeah.
But
But it's still there?
I'll
Still
always
there?
call it the Hotel Utica.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It looks amazing in there.
As well as I'll always call it the Radisson, whatever that is.
I'll always
now.
call it the Radisson too.
It's
That
always-
too. They spent like $5 million on that place. It looks
Yep.
incredible inside.
Yep. So that's the thing. Open your mind, people.
Yeah.
It's
They wouldn't be building all these hotels in town if they didn't know things were happening.
yeah.
Like these major corporations such as the Marriott are not going to come to Utica, New York
Right.
and build a brand new hotel if they didn't think things are going to be popping around
Yeah.
there.
At the very least, the hotel business here is
Mm-hmm.
booming because there must be enough people staying, whether they're visiting because of Griffiths, whether they're visiting because of corporate retail and they need a place to stay. But, I mean, when you think about it, you have all those hotels that are on the other side of the bridge in North Utica near the Thruway
Yeah.
that they've built up.
And they're building another
nice
one.
hotels. Don't get me wrong. I know there's like crackhead motels still over there too, but there's nice hotels on that side. Hotel Utica and the Radisson, whatever you want to call them. And then over on 840, like out leaving New Hartford, there's what, 3 hotels out there?
Yeah, there's a
And
couple
then
out there.
Hartford Insurance moved over there. So like clearly there's people staying in the area. And hey, you know what? If you got to get a job at a hotel, get a job at a hotel. But there's a job to be had and there's stuff happening or they wouldn't be building it.
Yeah.
So
Things are happening. It's good. It's a good time to be a part of something like this because it couldn't have gotten any worse. There's no way. Utica
Yeah.
was already bottom level. They already bottomed out years ago. And I think with the help of the Comets and
Yeah.
a lot. Leon was on last week, and I told him
Yeah.
he had a lot to do with that too. The whole Utica Pride thing, seeing him on national television, and then that steamrolled into the Comets coming to town,
Yep.
and then Big Sexy's there, and Ryan Quinn's making
Yeah.
it far in the voice, and like Erin Hamlin, you can't forget about her too. Like
Oh, man.
there's a whole like sense of pride going on
Yep.
with all these local celebrities, if
Yeah,
you will, doing their
absolutely,
thing
man.
nationally. And it was great to see.
Absolutely.
And now it's you hear less bashing now.
That's good.
It's less bashing, less Utica sucks.
There's
nothing
a lot
but
to love in this area. I mean, a few years back, I went down to Charlotte to visit one of my buddies who does concrete countertops, and he's like, "Move down here, we'll team up." And I was like, "All right." So packed up the truck, me and my wife, and we brought Benny. He was like 6 months old. It's like, "Well, check it out." And I was like, "Nah,
No.
it's not home." Like I love it around here. It's great.
Yeah, me too.
It
Me
took us-
too, brother.
We were gone for 3 years, and we moved back. I mean, we didn't move back because I necessarily missed it,
He missed me.
but
Yeah.
yes, I'm like, I wasn't playing music. No,
You weren't
but,
playing any music down there?
I played zero music down there.
Yeah.
The only shows I played was when I came home to play with On Fire.
Right. And the dude would drive for 12 hours, play a
Just
show,
to
then
play
hop
a
back in his
show.
car and
Yes.
drive right back down to Virginia.
Yes.
He's lunatic.
We were in Richmond, and Richmond, as far as music was all right. Like shows, national shows was cool. It wasn't our city. You know what I mean? Like it was kind of too young of a city for us. So we're like, didn't really like it. And then we lived in another town called Harrisonburg, and we really liked it. The reason why we really liked it, it kind of reminded us of here. But being gone for 3 years and coming back, let me tell you, I'm a skinny dude, but I got fat. There's just like the best food elsewhere does not equal even just the marginal food here. And it was amazing.
Did you miss the food, huh?
Dude, I got fitted for my suit. I got a suit at Men's Warehouse for the wedding because we moved back the year we got married. Like 2 months out, I think they fitted me. 2 weeks before the wedding, I tried it on and it didn't fit. So in like 2 months, I got fat.
Stuff in your face.
It was good.
It's funny. One of my cousins that comes to town from Las Vegas, he always tells me, he goes, "I'm coming in around 220." And he goes, "I'm going to be leaving around 250, 260.
Yeah,
He tells me that all the time.
We would run up our credit card bill when we come home. We'd be like, what the hell did we do? And it was just we went out for breakfast, lunch, and dinner and just ate, And then had Christy's mom just make us all the food that she gloriously makes when we were here and just bring it back to Virginia. So yeah, I understand that. When you leave and come back, you get fat.
Yeah, it's true, man. That's true. Chris joining us. Chris Perez
My
in the house.
man.
What up, man?
God,
You can move it.
fuckers.
You can move
I'm
it.
waiting to say that. How the fuck are
Hey.
you, man?
You can
What
move
up,
it. It's
buddy?
adjustable. Sit back, relax, have fun. Good to see you, buddy.
Welcome to the party,
Thanks
dog.
for having me,
Just-
me again.
Whatever you do, do not talk about that particular person.
Oh no, man.
Okay.
You know,
It's all good. It's all love.
It's all love.
you know, it's fuck Jared Leto though, forever.
All right,
So we
there
can
you
talk
go.
about him.
Yes,
right?
we do.
I can get on board.
We were
with
just
that.
talking about you joining the band and how you pretty much stalked Crossman going in the band
yeah.
all the time, looking like, hey, I want to play in a band, man. And was it? It must have been like a culture shock from you coming from Fort Lauderdale, which has historically had a rich music community.
Yeah,
A lot of great
yeah.
bands, Non-Point coming out of there, Marilyn Manson, of course.
Spooky
and
Kids. Hell
Spooky
yeah.
Kids. Yeah, all that.
A Day to Remember.
Day to Remember, another
Yeah.
great band out there doing big things from
Limp
Lauderdale.
Bizkit.
And then
Boy
you come
bands.
to Utica. And you come to Utica, which, nothing against the musicians in the area. We got some of the top-notch, world-class musicians living in this area for sure. But there was a lack of a scene happening.
Oh yeah, man, it was a definite culture shock because in Florida, that's how I made my living, just playing gigs like in different bands.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that it might be like that up here, but it's not so much. But which is cool because now I feel like we can focus on an original record without having to. I'm kind of cool with not gigging every night. It was kind of destroying me a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah, it was a culture shock at first. It was negative, but then I've grown to like it.
When it turns into like a job, when you got a gig and it's your job, that's when it starts to become a
Yeah.
pain in the ass.
Especially when
Like it's stressful.
when you fucking play Wonderwall again. Like, nah, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good. Me and Josh were actually talking about. Well, we actually started a 90s 2000s R&B hip hop cover band.
Oh, I want in on this.
Dude, yes, and we've already got a couple songs. He's using the what's it called, the STR.
The Roland TR8.
TR8.
I bought
Dude.
the.
Oh, that video is.
Oh yeah, yeah. Dude, we're trying to pick a name for it, but yeah.
I bought like the machine they use for hip hop. So like if you listen to hip hop, they make their beats on this machine. And I was like, you know what?
Sounds legit, man. We're
Fuck
doing
it,
like
I'm gonna
boot
buy
up.
it. And
There's a video of these
It's
two
hilarious.
just like sitting in Josh's garage, just like
Yeah,
beats
It is
playing.
doing
straight
Oh,
lunacy.
Well, our first song was Next. Baby, when you're grinding. Dude, people love that shit.
Oh, that's right, though. That's right. I came up. I want you to play on the song. I got one for you,
It's
too.
real close, man.
Yep.
It's just going to be good.
Some Soul Glow shit.
So, yeah, so that, like, in that respect, it's cool because we can work on something and build something up and play for fun, Yeah, so
And
it's cool. I like
it's-
Utica, man.
It's totally just like we just get together and mess around, but it's totally every song you forgot you knew you loved and didn't even know what it was. Like I'm bringing all those back. Jagged Edge, Let's Get Married. No one knows they know that song until they hear that song, and then they know every word. I promise you that.
If I said something like, they call me U.S., everybody would know how to finish that. Well, I hope. No?
Not here.
I'm out of that one.
Ursher?
Well, out in the bar, they might, but
Chris likes to
Yeah,
bring
us
up like,
kids.
"Hey, we got to cover this song. Everybody's
We're
gonna
like,
love it." And,
no idea.
and he's like, "You know this song. You know this." And I'm like, "No, I don't." And then he'll look at Dangler, and Dangler's like,
Nah.
which Dangler's hilarious because
Nothing.
like if it wasn't hair metal, Dangler was not listening.
Right.
So, like Dangler, do you even know Nirvana? Like,
I just have a deep R&B hip hop base. That's what I started with. So that's what I love, and that's what and I love. Obviously, I love metal. I love heavy shit. I got into that later in life, though. So like hip hop, all that '90s. Ooh, man, I know it all.
I love
Especially
it.
New York.
That's the golden age of hip hop, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
From the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. Of course, the 80s where the foundations came, but it got better. The production got better.
We got lucky.
Lyrically,
in
it
the 90s.
got better. In the 90s, we did. And then it actually meant something. That's what's missing from hip hop today.
Yeah.
Like, nothing means anything. Work. Come on. Like, where's the creativity in that? You're just freaking on a lot of Adderall right now in the studio. That's
Yeah.
what it says to me.
Shout out Adderall.
Nate, unfortunately, can't really be part of this conversation because it's hip hop. Because you listen to zero hip hop, I feel like. But
I don't.
There's something there is something to be said. Like you were the fair last year with Migos, which is like one of
the worst
they're
job
like
ever.
literally one of the hottest groups out there.
And
They're terrible,
they're
right?
the worst
this
people
whole
on
generation. It's not for you. If there's any young listeners on this radio station, like if you think we're just like the old men on the porch talking about your rap, we're not.
We're
like,
not.
Your rap is terrible.
It really does suck.
And this is how you know your rap is terrible. When a 47-year-old white dude comes back after 3 bombed albums and just destroys the whole game.
He did.
Like Eminem's new record just put everybody on blast and just at least brought it back to like, hey, this is what hip hop is. And it's because all these people just don't even pay homage or try to emulate the people that started what they're doing. This mumble rap BS. I can't get on board.
It's making America stupid.
Yeah. And like the SoundCloud rapper.
But there's some good guys. There's like a small percentage
there's
of
exceptions
good
to every rule.
younger
Understood.
guys now.
I like Kendrick.
I like Kendrick. I like Nipsey Hussle.
J.
He's dope.
Cole.
J. Cole's dope.
J. Cole is
That's
God.
about it.
Joey Badass.
That's about
from,
it.
Joey Badass is dope. He's from
Yeah.
here.
I think we
Nas-
got.
then-
I think we got better local rappers than we do on a
100%.
national right now.
100%.
You know, in fact, Wrestle Fandom Radio will be on in just a little bit here on the D. And Sean Recchio, Rated R, is one of the best
and he's
rappers
been
in the
doing it.
area, and he's
And
been doing it for a long time.
while.
And I love his delivery, and he's got that hard edge to him. Like that's hip hop to me.
Yep.
Not this freaking mumble stuff that's going on.
Oh
man.
my God, yeah.
And there's no
It's
message
terrible.
behind it anymore. When we were growing up, the 90s, they had a message. There was things going on. Rodney King was going on. The LA riots.
Yeah.
There was shit happening. And they rapped about it. There was stuff going on in the streets and the realism of an NWA album. Like, you felt that shit.
Now
Me as
they
a
just-
white kid grew up in Utica over here a couple blocks away listening to NWA. That shit changed my life.
Right.
Yep.
It was
and now
real.
now they're just talking about fucking Gucci and Saint Laurent and like what they bought.
Yeah.
That's it. Like who cares, bro? Rich kids just buy off-white stuff, man. It don't matter. You ain't cool.
It's true. Johnny Caprero's checking in. He's saying Freddie P. Freddie P is another great artist locally. There's a bunch of great artists locally, hip hop wise.
There's
Drake, my boy King Staff, man, he's
Yep.
out there doing it at a high level too. There's a ton of them.
Sandman's a proponent of that. Even out there in Arizona, man.
He's still doing his
He
thing.
still will rap. If somebody is new and up and coming in this, getting any sort of hype, he knows.
He's got his finger on the pulse.
All I gotta do is look at his feed, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is who I want to look out for. So,
Have you guys checked out 95.5 yet? The Heat?
Oh yeah, yep,
I'm digging that station.
Oh.
It's a local
Yeah.
radio station that opened up. It's
yeah.
Cassandra Lockwood opened it up, and she's the very first black woman-owned radio station in
that's
like
dope.
upstate New York or something like that. I seen her the other day. She's gonna come on. But anyways,
When they opened up, I'm gonna say I really loved it because it was like throwback.
it's all it is. Like all afternoon, that's all it is.
You
It's-
told me about
Yeah.
that.
It's
now
old
it's
school
a
hip-hop.
segment. Now it's a segment. Before it was throwback, and then no matter what, at 7:00, boom, it was jazz, and not smooth jazz. It was like wacky, weird time signature jazz,
Yeah.
and it didn't matter. Like so many times we'd be listening, and it'd be the middle of a song. 7:00 would hit. Boom into this crazy jazz. It was
and that's
hilarious. It was awesome.
Miles Davis with his.
I love that stuff. Have you listened to that station late night yet?
Yes.
It turns into like booty music. Like,
Yes. Oh, for
girl,
sure.
I'm gonna take you up to my room.
Yes.
I'm gonna undress you with my eyes.
Baby, I'm a butter the bread.
I thought you said booty. See, booty music is kept me coming. Burr. That's what I think of booty. It's Miami.
No, this is like 70s, like
Yeah.
nasty funk, stank funk, but it's like Barry White nasty funk.
If
like,
you're ever driving through DC late night, like after 11:00, I think it's like 102 something. There is it's all that. It
love
makes
that.
the Quiet Storm look soft. It's awesome.
it's like the Steel Panther of funk.
Yes.
It really
check
is.
that station out.
It's absolutely hilarious. It's like, baby, I want to stuff your pepper. There's some funny shit on there. But 95.5, man, they just launched too
Yes.
recently, and that's
Yep.
all throwback hip hop from
That's
back in the day,
dope.
the shit that we all grew up on.
Some
and
Renee,
stuff.
some Lost Boys. That's my shit.
Is it? Think of like EPMD and like stuff like that. Eric B. and Rakim and Public Enemy, and
Yeah, man.
there was some great stuff.
Remember
man.
Black Star?
Black Star? Yeah.
1, 2, 3. It's Mos Def and Talib.
Children,
Kweli.
take note and listen to these dudes.
Yeah.
But everything's on a cycle, though. I think it would all come back again.
Yeah.
Yeah, lyricists are coming back. There's a couple out there. They're just drowned in garbage. Like, what is Little Pump? Like, what is that? And Kanye doing a song with them, like, so he's stamping it. Well, Kanye's retarded, but that's just. I know the song though, so
Yeah,
I don't know
because
really how
so
to
he's
feel
doing
about
something right because
Yeah.
you know it.
embedded in your brain.
Yeah.
Well, I'll talk about you guys for a second. How often are you guys writing? Like every Wednesday? Are you writing new songs?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard
Bits
to
and
focus on.
pieces.
Like we're like, all right, we got a show. We have to actually practice our set, but we keep writing new tunes, which is it's cool.
Good
But
thing. Yeah.
How many songs in the arsenal right now?
what do we got now?
12 or 13?
12 or 13.
More than an album's worth.
Oh,
Yeah.
And there's like probably 5 or 6
that are in the
that are we have
coming up
recorded
pipeline.
on our phones. That
Yeah.
our bits and pieces. Yeah.
Yeah.
so we got quite.
If we were to put everything together, we would basically have 2 records.
Let's do it, man.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I was trying to.
I think we spaced it out. 3 EPs, man.
I'm fine with that.
Before you got here, I was putting a roadmap out for you guys. We got to release an album and then do a big CD release party with some merch.
Rehab.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rehab. Who's
Sneak
going
in.
to rehab?
You want to be a band or not?
Even
I'm not
if it's,
going.
Even if it's fake, guys, we're gonna tell them we went to rehab.
Yeah, right.
I got.
I'm
some,
addicted to CBD.
Wow.
I got some news. I will tell you. I'll drop a little bit of news,
Ooh,
and
exclusive.
it's not a record. It's not nothing, but
Wait, is this an EC Radio exclusive?
absolutely.
I got the.
Only on the D.
Okay.
Oh hell yeah! We are going in the studio.
Dun dun dun.
It's scheduled.
Nice.
Yes.
When? This is news to me. Right on the D.
Right on the
News
Wait a
to
minute,
me.
no.
October?
Only
So-
on the D.
Yeah, it's on a practice night, so it's all right.
There you go.
All right.
There you go.
So
You just have
no,
to
I
show
booked
up.
that. I booked that one day just to book it, just to get it on their book because they're filling up. But
Nice.
we're realistically going to do one song. We have one
Where
particular
are you
song.
booking this at?
Big Blue.
Oh, Big Blue.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Jeff
Great.
and Pam are just phenomenal
Family.
for us.
Family.
Yeah,
Hands
everything
down.
we've done, like, and they're awesome. They come to the shows. So yeah,
They like what you guys got going on too.
yeah,
I
I
remember
won't
hanging
go-
out with them that night.
Yeah, we won't go anywhere else, man. Like they're awesome.
Yeah.
So
Jeff comes up to me after the show and he's like, he goes, "That was great. I haven't seen you smile that much ever."
yeah,
I was like, "Yeah, well,
yeah. That's
Oh,
right.
speaking of the
We
show, I
have
don't know if
fun.
you guys talked about it, but we changed bands.
We did.
So
We'll talk about it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it again. Are you good? You got to get going, buddy.
I got a couple more minutes. And
We're stretching it out. I don't want to go.
I know.
I don't.
Awesome.
We can be here all day. It's a good thing we haven't gotten drunk though. If we got drunk, this would really go.
This would be
downhill
all day.
fast.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
would go downhill fast.
Are you saying there's beer? So-
Yeah, go ahead. Help
Oh,
yourself, man. Right in the
Thanks,
back.
man.
Yeah, go ahead. There's always beer. Uncle C's always got beer.
Drink responsibly, bro.
Get drunk. That cooler right there, straight back. No, that way. In the other room. See the white thing? So we're hanging with Beside the Sun today. Don't forget this Friday, 12 North, kickoff. Your second show.
Second show.
Ready to rock it out?
Hell yeah.
Yes. Doors open at 8. You guys will probably hit it right around 9-ish.
Yeah, right around 9:15.
And there's another band that's playing. Trampoline Jet Stream, unfortunately, can't make this show.
Yep.
Correct.
Get better. And speaking of music, and Pam and Jeff, they're in the studio finishing up, man. Since they can't be on the show, I'll talk about them real quick.
Yeah, we should.
I like those dudes. I love their music. Like it's refreshing. You got 20 to 22-year-olds with some traction in this town, and they're doing good things. And
And they have respect.
Fresh,
like, they're
new
good,
sound,
they're good
too.
dudes.
fresh sound. Yeah,
They're good dudes.
They're great kids.
yeah,
We watched them grow up right before our eyes.
yeah. Absolutely.
They were kids when they first came out.
We were all running shows with those guys.
yes.
They were coming out of. They were still in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adam Mannion was playing guitar at the time, and he couldn't even plug his guitar in.
Yeah.
Like, no, dude, it goes over here. Oh,
Yeah.
all right, thanks, man. He had no idea. He was just so nervous to get on stage.
What was so funny too when we were talking about this show was that Rich was like, "What time do you guys want to go on? What time you want them to go on?" I'm like, "Whatever, it doesn't matter." Basically, just kind of co-headline and split it. I'm like, "It doesn't matter." He's like, "Well, their crowd used to come out early because they were young. He goes, but they're like 22 now, so their crowd will come out a little bit later. I'm like, yeah, so put them on after us. It's like they're growing up and they're partying now.
If you think about it, they're 22 now, so
They're
that's
22.
7 years.
Yeah, that they've been
like
doing it.
15. I remember they were 15 years
Yeah.
old, and Nick was singing at the EEC back when he was 12.
Yeah.
I used to call him
Yeah.
a young Vince Neil.
Yep.
That's what he looked like.
Yep.
He reminded me of a young Vince Neil. And the kid was killing it back when he was 12.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of those guys.
Yeah.
We checked them out a couple weeks ago at HCCC, and just their new sound. And I was laughing with one of the dads. I was like, you could tell Jeff Adderman got his hands on these guys. Just some of the shit that they're doing. They've got that
Yeah.
kind of Genesis, but then there's like that progressive thing happening. But they got that like Humphreys feel, but then there's this Chili Pepper vibe to them, and they're just really honing in this whole different vibe going
Yep.
on. Maybe a little Kings of Leon, and like they're just really, it's a melting pot. It's like an ambrosia of
It is.
music that they're doing
And-
right now.
And yeah, the sound's unique, but how it sounds, they deliver it so good.
Indeed.
Like it's crystal clear. Like their show, their tones and stuff are dialed in. You know, they're awesome. So sorry you don't feel good, Nick, man.
That's
That's
Adderman helping them out, though.
Yeah.
And then he's going to do the same thing with you guys, too.
Yep.
He's going to come in and be like the sixth member of Beside the Sun. That's what he did with Street Rock.
Yeah.
And, have you guys heard the Modus CD? You ever hear that
The-
CD?
yeah,
Only
the
one that
Sleeping
Lyman
Will
did?
Know? The one that Lyman did?
Yeah,
Well, he
absolutely.
did both of them, but
Yeah.
the very last one they
Yeah.
did with all the crazy shit in the middle of all of
Yeah.
it. Only the Sleeping Will Know. The first time I ever heard that album, I was blown away.
Yeah.
And that was the whole reason why I wanted to do my albums over there. It's just because it's Jeff. Like,
Yep.
The guy is like a musical genius.
Yeah.
And he's going to make you play better. You're going to walk out of there a better musician.
Right.
I guarantee that. Well, you know,
Right.
Nate. We've been there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done two albums in there.
Remember our screaming session we had?
Yeah, we had some fun nights in there. Yeah,
We did.
Yeah.
We had a big party. I can't remember what it was, but I had all this leftover beer. And it just so happened we were tracking for Street Rock Mafia.
Yeah.
And Jeff's like, call some buddies up
Let's
and come
get
in and
some
do some
gang
gang vocals.
vocals. I
So
love
I
it.
called the Masons guys up. And, and you guys all came in and we got absolutely annihilated with Sharky and all these
Yep.
people. We did gang vocals. And it was probably the most fun Big Blue has ever had in its history over there. It was the most fun.
That was a good time.
No, we had a lot of fun
So,
that day.
Yeah. We took a page out of your book and did gang vocals for Mason's Revolt record.
Yeah.
All because you had did it.
Gang vocals are fun.
They are.
Especially when you got a lot of beer behind it.
Yeah, in that room, I mean, it's
Oh, that room.
perfect for gang
Yeah.
vocals.
Right
What's the ceiling there? 25 feet? It's ridiculous how high that ceiling is. So just,
I love tracking drums in that room.
I was just going to ask, are you going to track in that room?
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah?
I remember we would go there for the like pre-recording meetings, whatever the hell you want to call it, but pre-production, is that what you want? Yeah. And he's like, Nate, where you want to play? I'm like, in the big room. He's like, what drums do you want to play?
The big drum.
And I was like, and I'm kind of looking at him, and
Give
he's
me
like,
the 28 kick.
he goes, you want to play those? I'm like, can I? He's like, absolutely. I was like, yeah. I want to play those drums, and those drums are amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a full sound in that
What are
room,
what
too.
are they? Aote?
Aotes?
Are those?
Aotes? I don't know how the hell you say it, but
whatever. it
But
is.
this drummer for Thursday owned them,
yeah.
and
Shout out Jeff Rickley.
Yeah.
Wait, that's not the drummer.
No. He's in the band at least.
He's in it.
Yeah.
but yeah,
Fun little fact: we also recorded over the tape used for Thursday's record.
Oh, cool.
I
Wow.
say we. Masons did. I wasn't in the recording process, but I was hanging out.
No doubt.
Yeah. So.
yeah. There's a whole
Sorry,
album out there
Thursday.
that we've recorded that hasn't been released yet.
Yeah.
One day
We
you'll
have a
get to
second
it.
album, Masons, and there's
There's some
fucking killer songs on there.
fire stuff on there.
I bet.
Killer songs.
It'll be out one day.
Nice, you should. Get it
Adam,
out there.
get on that.
Adam. Adam's gonna try his hand at mastering.
Oh,
So
cool.
he's like a computer dude, like
Right.
techie guy.
And he's doing the
So,
arcade game,
he's
too,
gonna do-
right?
Oh, my
he's
God.
building arcade
Yeah.
games left and right.
Yep.
Yeah, have you seen those things?
Yeah.
Holy-
They look sweet.
Yeah, they look sweet.
They're slick.
They do. Nipe Arcade is
Yep.
the
Yeah.
name of his company.
Yeah.
So if you're out there looking for new video games, Adam's doing it at a high level, that's for sure.
We were gonna do Rich wanted us to do a show, a CD release party, and we couldn't get it together. So
It's different nowadays, though. And Chris, you could probably agree with me on this. Nowadays, in today's world, it's not really feasible for a band to release a whole album. Do you agree? Just do it by the single. People want the video. They want the visual. They don't really want a full album
or
anymore.
an EP.
Because they just want a visual and a song. Because our attention span is like, because we're like this all day.
Yeah.
So it's actually smarter for our new artists to let it out slowly instead of releasing a whole album. Even if it's great, nobody's gonna buy it anyway. So you have this short amount of time where you're hot, you know. And then if you don't come up with a whole nother album that's just as good or better than the first, you're screwed. Whereas you could, spread it out, which is what we should do.
Or if you release a whole album, like getting that album. Thrice just released a new album. Ooh. It took me 2 weeks to find the fucking CD. Like the physical copy of the CD. Thank goodness for local business, Reimagine Records.
Yeah, but why are you still using CDs? Best Buy?
Why are you still using CDs?
Because I still like something tangible.
I got
like,
you.
I do too, but I bought a new truck and it doesn't have a fucking CD player in it.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I can help you out with that. I can get you a CD.
Yeah, I'm such a minimalist, man. I want it right there. I don't want any CD.
But the thing of it is, like, that's and for me, and I get these kids, or if if kids these days are doing it, they're doing it a different way in a sense, or they're reading differently. But I can't imagine that kids these days are looking at who produced or who wrote.
Right.
So like when I was a kid and I came upon the Deftones, I loved the sound. Well, it was Terry Date behind that.
Right.
Was producing all that.
Who also did Pantera and Korn.
Yeah, so I found other bands based on a production style that I liked. And that's what I miss.
I loved buying CDs because you would read through there and you'd find, like, I would always find out, like, oh, the drummer's using Pearl drums and he's playing Zildjian cymbals. Like,
sponsored by
all that shit.
The lyrics.
You had to work to find out, like, oh, I love this drummer.
Yeah.
What's he playing? And now it's like,
or if you thought
you know everything about
they look cool,
everybody.
they might have had a clothing deal, and I'm going to go buy that Hurley shirt.
Right.
It's so weird.
Was,
like the internet has made it so weird that now, like, because there was always a mystique behind bands. Like, you didn't know who they were, but you would get the CD, like you were saying, and read, be like, oh, you find out these little nuggets. But now it seems like everything's like there at once. So it's almost smart to just have like a Instagram with one thing, like picture on it.
No, it's
So
to the point.
like, so they can't. So you give it to them slowly. It's just
Yeah.
Not to the point where you could go to a concert, buy a VIP package, and you can meet the guy that you've been infatuated with for so many years. Oh my God, if that was me when I in my 13-year-old self back in the day, if that was possible, was able for something me to do. Oh my God, I'd be all over that.
Right.
then you meet him and he's an asshole, and you're like,
meet him, he's an
Son of a
asshole.
bitch. Yeah.
happens every
fuck
time.
you, Jared
So many
Leto.
people we met were assholes.
Jared Leto is an asshole.
There you go.
Not kidding. Fuck Jared Leto.
Have you told him that story? Why you were
I
so
think I
we
did
did
tell
last
you,
time
but
you were here.
you know,
Okay.
I don't even want to talk about
No,
it.
that's
Yeah,
good.
let's, we want
Just,
to keep it a
just
good
if he ever sees me, it's hands.
Jared
Fuck
Leto
Jared
did
Leto.
him dirty.
Yeah. No, seriously.
And his hometown dirty.
Yeah.
So,
Fuck Jared Leto. And his band sucks.
Yeah.
Which band is he?
30 Seconds to Mars.
So you know it
30
though.
seconds more.
You know it though.
They got a couple.
I messed that name up. There's 30 Seconds to Mars, and there's that like boy band that's like 5 Seconds of Summer, whatever. I was like,
5 Seconds of Summer is better than
5
30
Seconds to
to
Mars. Remember? 30 Seconds to Summer. Duh.
No, but it's a whole new world nowadays. And you know, there's I listen to Andy Frasco's podcast a lot. Andy Frasco's a guy on the jam scene. He's an amazing artist. You got to check him out. He's kind of like he's the Steel Panther of the jam band world. They got some funny fucking songs.
Yeah.
They do a bar mitzvah every show where he gets in a chair and the crowd picks him up in the chair. And he's Jewish. But anyways,
He's Jewish.
well, he can have the bar mitzvah you see? Because he's a Jew. No, anyways, no offense to all my Jewish friends. I got tons of you out there. Anyways, Andy Frasco now is releasing a new album, and what he's doing is he's releasing a song a month.
Really?
They got the whole album, but one song a month with a video
smart.
attached to it. And at the end of the year, at the end of the 12 or how many ever songs that they got for that month, then they release the full album.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
We might have
awesome.
to use that idea.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
I think it's a great way to, especially nowadays. I think that's the way you got
Gives
to
you a
go.
month to shoot the video.
Yeah, when you think about people that can like actually release a CD at the time of a CD, and I know they're not buying physical copies, but like downloading the full album, there's like, you know, Adele and Bruno, like Justin Timberlake, and maybe some of the old school rock guys that people still buy their stuff. But like, there's not many bands that are even huge that you think of that can like Taylor Swift maybe that can actually release 12 songs that people want. Not many.
I do not want to hear one song of Taylor Swift.
Well,
let
no,
alone 12 of them.
but she's big enough.
But there are some
you know what I'm saying?
14-year-old girls
as
out
far
there
as
that
the
do.
consumption goes. Yeah,
There's actually one rock band that just came out. I was talking to you guys about it. Bad Flower. You ever heard of them? They're almost like grungy kind of, but just straightforward rock. Really well written songs. So they're kind of doing it right now. They're blowing up a little bit, but there's not many bands out there at all.
Dude, the Struts.
yeah.
Oh yeah, they're awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I
man.
saw them live. They're one of the shows of the year that I saw this year. They're amazing. It's kind of like if you mix Mick Jagger with Freddie Mercury.
Really?
And you got the Struts, and it's a newer vibe to them. And what a front man. If you get a chance to see the Struts, you have to see them.
Go see them.
They were on tour with Foo Fighters all summer long, and Dave Grohl even went on the record saying they are my favorite opening band I've ever had.
Oh man,
Shit.
Awesome.
Unbelievable. You got to check those guys out. To me, they restored my faith in rock and roll.
Who'd we go
Cool.
see? Who Royal Blood. We went and
Royal
saw
Blood.
that.
That's a great band. Another great band.
Those dudes were
those
awesome.
two dudes.
Two
Holy
dudes.
Christ.
Yeah.
And
Thrice.
the show was
We saw
amazing.
Thrice back in was it almost a year ago. Thrice was amazing.
Yeah,
They're always
Amazing.
So I've only seen Thrice twice, and
Not
once
thrice?
was like 05, not Thrice.
You got to go for the third
It
time.
was like
though.
04, 05 or whatever, and then this time, and they were good back then. Yeah, as far as a live band goes, and actually on that tour, the opening band for Thrice and Circus Survive was Chon.
Oh,
If you want to hear
What is
some,
it?
Chon, Chon.
kids are dope.
You want to hear some cool shit, listen to them. It is metal guitar, clean. So he's like sweeping and doing all sorts of jazz standards. Virtually no singing. It's like mostly instrumental. It's unbelievable. And it's totally not my cup of tea. Like if I hadn't seen it live, I'd be like, nah, I'm not even going to give it a listen. Holy balls.
Really?
It was
they were good.
awesome. They were amazing.
I got to write these down.
Yeah,
Good.
amazing.
System's back.
Systems back.
Yes.
Back on tour, too.
Yes,
They're out
I'll
there right
definitely
now.
go see that.
They're out on
That's
the
one
West
of the
Coast.
best shows I ever saw.
Yeah?
System, yeah, man, they were incredible, man.
How about you guys? What was the best show you ever saw?
That Thrice show was
Up there.
Britney
pretty.
Spears, 2003.
I'm trying
The
to
best-
think, but that was the most recent. I
Yeah.
can't remember.
The best sounding show I've ever been to was actually Incubus on the Morning View tour. They played like the Blue Cross Arena in Rochester or whatever. From a sound perspective, best show I ever heard. Like it was crystal clear. I hate to do this to Nate, but the best show I ever saw was Foo Fighters at Fenway,
Yeah,
and he was supposed to be there.
I organized that show,
And then couldn't go.
then I don't care. I made the right choice.
No, you made the right choice. It's just a bummer. Like, and that's why just when they come around again, we have to go.
So
Foo
when
Fighters,
I
hands down.
booked, me and my wife bought the tickets. I said, let's just buy 4 tickets. We'll get somebody to go. I said, Josh will go. Josh will definitely go. So I asked him. He's like, well, hell yeah, yeah. He was in Virginia at the time, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So he came up. So there's a class that I wanted to take for the countertops that I was dying to take it. The dates come out. It's the same fucking weekend as the Foo Fighters show. And I'm like,
Just Murphy's Law.
son of a bitch. So I call him up and I'm like, what do I do? He's like, I can't tell you what to do. I was like, can you sell the other, or can you get somebody to go with you? He's like, yeah. So I gave him the other 2 tickets and went and took the class, which I'm glad I did because my business,
you had to.
my business
You
took
made-
off after.
yeah.
that.
Yeah, you made,
you
the,
made the right
definitely right
decision.
choice.
It
So-
just
Definitely got to go see Foo Fighters.
Dave Grohl ain't going nowhere, man.
no.
Nah.
But the thing of it was
Still got to go
that
see
was,
Foo
Yeah.
Fighters.
You do need
I'll
to
go
do
with you.
that
I
was
want to
the
go.
that was the tour that he broke his leg, so he played in the Throne. So it was like
the Game of
oh
Thrones
my God,
thing.
man.
It was like right before.
Yeah, it was like a month
Just before the show.
Yeah, not only he made the right decision because the show was almost canceled.
Right. I was like, well, this might work out. We're going to
Yeah.
cancel the show. And
Yep.
And
But,
look, you made me a beautiful bar.
That's right.
See? Yeah, I wouldn't have made that
See, the class paid off.
if I went and saw
It
Foo
did.
Fighters. And I'd probably be working
So
a 9 to 5.
yeah,
Shout out Stonework Artisans for all your needs.
all your concrete
Nice.
needs.
All your concrete needs.
You'll be hearing a lot. You'll be hearing that word a lot on the D once that thing gets up. And
Heck
fired
yeah.
up. Which by
like it.
this weekend actually, we're starting on Sunday. We start the construction over there, so
Sweet.
we're getting that thing rolling for you.
Also,
buddy.
some of the best swag around too. Look at this shirt.
Absolutely.
That shirt's fantastic.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Fall colors, baby.
It's a rayon blend.
What's the website? You have a website?
Right on the plane.
Yeah, it's stoneworksconcreteartisans.com.
Yeah.
I need to get Joe Sweet does my website. I got to sit down with him and update it. I think he made the website probably 3 years ago, and it looks great. but it's all there's like 5 pictures on there, and
Just old.
he actually messaged me about 6 months ago. He's like, Nate, we need to get together and we need to update it. He goes, you're doing some cool stuff and your website's got like nothing on there. And I'm like, yeah, I know.
Instagram though.
Definitely
Yeah,
check.
everything-
Yeah,
That's
my
what you should do. Just attach your
Instagram's
website
what's
to Instagram. That's what we do. Like,
Oh, sweet.
So every time you post a thing on Instagram, it goes right to the website.
See, I'm terrible with technology, so yeah, got to do that.
Yeah.
Just put the link in your bio. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Link in the bio.
For quotes. Let's go. Hit me up.
Do you want to play some or no?
Right now?
You guys are
Whenever.
All right, whatever, bro.
How much time we got? I don't even know.
We're hanging. Well, I got to about 5, so we got about another half hour.
I
We do
gotta-
have Wrestle
I gotta
Fandom
jet.
Radio coming up at 6 o'clock tonight
Sweet.
with our man Garrett and Rated R
Yeah, I got you.
and Anthony. Anthony's from No Compliance. You know the band No Compliance?
yeah.
He's one of the hosts on the Wrestling Podcast. So.
Oh, no kid.
Yeah, they
Awesome.
come in every other Wednesday and do their thing. And
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys follow wrestling and all, but Roman Reigns calling retirement. Well, not
Oh, yeah,
retirement,
he's got
but he's got
leukemia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sucks, man.
I was sad. I watched it the other day, and it, like he opened the show with that. And I was like, man, it was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sucks.
I mean, a lot of people don't like him, but you gotta.
Well, that's-
you have to respect the
You
man
don't like
because
his persona. Like
he's a
yeah.
workhorse, bro.
Yeah.
He's a workhorse, and he's like one of the Wild Samoans' son.
Right.
He's
Oh, really?
Alpha's son. Yeah,
I got you.
He comes from that lineage. Like he's cousins with The Rock and Rikishi and Yokozuna. They're all the Samoans, the Wild Samoans, and High Chief Peter Maivia. That's like his lineage.
Yeah, I don't even know why people wouldn't like him though. Like,
yeah,
what's the? Cause
you know
of
what
his
it is because
character?
they try to shove his character down your throat, and he was on every pay per view.
Yeah, I've
he was
seen
on,
him in commercials and stuff all the time too.
They shoved him down your throat, you know.
Yeah.
But again, you got to give credit to him just because he was a workhorse. He's out there every night, and you know, wrestling's pre-scripted, of course, but he's still out there every night, taking bumps, getting beat up, and
Oh yeah.
and doing the beating up himself. So
I don't follow wrestling, but
Get well
they,
soon, man.
They
Yeah,
beat
seriously.
up their bodies.
Yeah.
They
do.
They're in peak physical
Yeah,
shape.
Nate, you want to do some hand drums?
I didn't bring no hand.
You got some?
Sure.
Yeah.
We can.
All right, yo, grab your guitar. We're gonna play a song for you
we
real
can,
quick.
We can have a drum circle on the desk.
Roped you into that.
I would have brought my cajon.
No,
I
I
know.
told.
I didn't think. I
told
thought you were out at
him
4.
You might
Bring
want to
it.
switch chairs.
I will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just because so you don't have
Yeah.
handles and you
No,
can
I
strum
will.
the guitar. Wow. Well, look at this. This is
All right,
all
we're gonna play a
improv, too.
song that I wrote at an arcade bar
An
in
arcade bar?
Quebec City,
Okay.
and it's called Mogwai because they were showing Gremlins 1 in the bar, which I thought just was, and you know, Mogwai. It has nothing to do with Gremlins, however. Hold on, if I could.
And we've never done this acoustic.
This is going to be
so-
great.
We never
Are you
have.
kidding me? I'm excited. right
We've
now.
done it acoustic. Is it the same key?
Remember? Yeah, I got it.
La, 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 la. All right, I'm warm.
Oh, beautiful.
See what I mean, man? It comes from the bowls.
Yo, real quick, shout out to Big Apple too. This still got the price tag on it.
Yeah, shout out to Big Apple Music, loaning Josh guitars every day of the week.
What do I got to do to make this work? Do I have to mic this guitar?
No, you're good.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Mm-hmm.
Give me dough. Dough. All right, this song is for all you heathens. It's called Mogwai. I feel the curse of lightning underneath the cherry moon. I'm not opposed to fighting the way I feel for you. I feel the curse of lightning underneath the cherry moon. I'm not opposed to fighting the way I feel for you. We had it all, we took a fall like it was now or never. Pray God
God's not watching us, because honestly, we're fucked. Sing it. Say that you'll dive right in, enemy, and be someone else, and be someone else, and be someone else.
It's for all you sex addicts out there.
I hear the voices biting. Release becomes a fuse that I'm not opposed to lighting. So be careful what you chew on. So we had it all. We knew the truth, that we were nothing without you. Pray God's not watching us, because honestly, we're fucked. Say that you'll dive right in, enemy, and be someone else. I just wanna die alive, alive, alive. Say, I just wanna die alive, alive, alive. I feel the curse of lightning underneath a cherry moon. God's not watching, because honestly, we're fucked. Say that you'll dive right in, enemy, and be someone else, and be someone else, and be someone else.
This part always reminds me of something else. You know what I'm saying, Josh?
Hello, 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 hello.
Yeah, nice. Thanks, dude.
Nice.
Come see that live this Friday at 12 North Sports Bar.
My hands hurt.
Now we got it. There we go. Nice. Beside the Sun, EC Radio exclusive. I like it.
Hey, man, just
What's
for
the name
you.
of that song again?
It's called Mogwai.
Mogwai. I like it.
Yep. Don't feed them after midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the story of my
You know
life.
what happens.
Nice, man. They are performing this Friday night, 12 North. Doors open at 8, showtime at 9. Go on up. It's only like a $5 cover, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's cheap,
Cheap.
man. Brought to you in part by our good friends over at Bring 'em Down Productions.
Absolutely.
Rich Masucci and Erica, gems of the Mohawk Valley, if you will.
Yep. Come see A Greater Danger for the first time. Like I
Yes.
said,
Yeah, get there
I promise
early.
you nobody has seen them, and they are amazing.
They're really
Good.
sick. I did not
So-
know about them, but I'm glad that they took Trampoline's place, because it would take a good band, and they are. So
Yep.
hell yeah.
Yeah,
So
cool.
I think Rich is going to do an impromptu Halloween costume party.
I think,
So, you know, I think
does
12
that
North.
mean Mossy's going to be Princess Leia?
Of course, isn't she
yeah.
always? If she dresses up, of course she's going to be. But listen, good music, good food, cheap beer.
Mm-hmm.
What else are you doing on a Friday night? Come on.
Right.
You know what I
Come
mean?
on down and hang out. It's going to be a great night of music. Get there early, too. Support local music, people. That's what we're preaching here today.
Yep.
And every day. Support your local music. And we need it. You know, we need to make this music scene rich and vibrant again.
Yes.
Yep.
And it will get there. It's always on a cycle.
Yeah, absolutely.
We hit it. We had it a couple of years, 10 years ago, and then it went downhill, and it's going to go uphill. It's always a struggle, if you will. It's like a tug of war game.
We need to get you back out there in that hip hop band, man.
Soon, man. Well, I don't think we just talked about that a little while ago. Is the drummer's moving away, so I'm gonna have to find something else.
We got drum in a box.
There you go.
You could be in the 90s, 2000s band.
Drum in the box.
We call it Nate in a box. Nate in a box.
It's my Nate in the box, y'all. That's my Nate in the box.
Whoa.
Sneaky Nate, he got nothing for breakfast, though.
That's a live skit.
Oh, he had it, though? On the button?
No,
that's just
that
him.
was me.
Yeah, bro.
No, seriously, smoke more weed, Chris.
Get your cat spayed or neutered.
Oh, man. Adopt, don't shop.
Exactly.
But I do want to say, and I did mention earlier, Chokeslam's going to be getting back together.
Can't
for
wait.
December 15th at 12 North, brought to you by our good friends over at Bring 'em Down Productions.
Bring 'em down.
I'm excited for that, to don the wrestling gear and put on my Rey Mysterio mask and harass people again. So I haven't done that in a while. It's a lot of fun.
Awesome. Sounds like Scott Henderson's Friday night out on the town.
No doubt.
Awesome.
No doubt. Yeah, I'm excited to do that. And who knows, maybe we should do a double bill down the road too, man. Chokeslam and Beside the Sun.
Wait, your band's called Chokeslam?
Hell
Yeah,
yeah, it is,
That's
bro.
fucking awesome.
It was do you know Dallas too?
No.
No, you don't know Dallas?
No, Dallas doesn't come to the shows.
Oh,
He
that's
doesn't-
right.
Remember?
I love it.
I'm sorry,
They're
Dallas.
still texting me too, by the way.
Right,
They got the whole thing going on over here.
Awesome.
But Dallas is a guitar player in Nine Ball.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about them.
And him and I had a band with my friend Mike Johnson, Mike Griffin, and Paul Fulham, and we had this band called Chokeslam where we would dress up like wrestlers
That's sick.
and perform, and the lead singer would be the Ultimate Warrior, and I always had my Nacho Libre mask, and Paulie would be like Sergeant Slaughter. He'd be naked by the end of the gig, really, was what would happen.
That band's coming back?
We're coming back.
We definitely have to play together.
we're coming back, so
Awesome.
Sweet.
But like I said earlier, too, playing covers really kind of gets to me after a while. Like I
for
got
sure.
I need that creative outlet. So I think this has influenced me to get the bass back on and get jamming again. So
Nice.
we'll get going, man.
Hell yeah.
I want to play with Nate Kita. I always
That's
want to
right.
play with Nate
Come
Kita.
on, man.
Every Wednesday night, bro. You are more than welcome.
Awesome,
It's a family
We
atmosphere.
had the invite.
Nice,
Yeah.
man. Dude, you have so many influences in your voice. Like, there's so many different styles I hear. I hear Prince, and I hear, like, Al B. Sure. But then
really?
but then you hear, like, a Johnny Gill or like, that kind of
Daryl
Motown.
Palumbo. People say I sound like the singer of Glassjaw a lot.
Okay.
You ever heard of Glassjaw?
Yeah, I know Glassjaw.
Yeah.
I didn't know his real name.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
that's the only reason I know it. Because people are, you sound like that guy.
Oh.
Yeah, all right.
I
And the
guess I
singer
could
from
g-
The Used a little bit. I get that sometimes.
Yeah.
But I'm R&B. That's how I grew up singing, so.
You grew up singing the R&B.
Yeah.
Motown was Motown in your blood.
Prince, dude. My brother was my older brother, Prince, Michael Jackson, Bobby Brown. My prerogative.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit like that.
Right.
But my favorite rock singers are definitely like Chino, Deftones, Steven Tyler, my big Anthony Green from Circa. Yeah.
So you got a wide range.
Oh, yeah.
It's good to stay eclectic like that, man.
Yeah, dude. I don't even think about it. I just like whatever feels right. Just do it.
Great, man. Great.
A lot of fun sitting behind him.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah, we haven't had a charismatic frontman like him in a while around these parts. You know, he's all over the place. He's like doing his thing, and you know, it's much needed.
I met my
It's
match.
pent up.
It's pent up.
It's pent up, man. I want to. It's our second. It's my second show in New York. So we got to get it out.
I love it. I love it. Does anybody have the video of Crossman falling off the stage
Oh
in your
my
first show?
God, yes.
Absolutely, bro.
Mikey's
I watched
girlfriend.
that video about 100 times.
My wife has got that on a boomerang. What are you talking about, bro? You kidding me?
Oh, that was so good.
No bullshit.
It was great.
Yeah, so Mike's girlfriend actually was in front recording at the time, and so she captured it. And the funniest part of that video is probably her hysterically laughing.
No, you falling is the
Yes.
funniest part.
Well, it is, but her no care. Just like as soon as it happens, you can hear her in the background hysterically laughing, and that was just hilarious.
he
to
just
me.
puts
It's
his feet up. He's like,
And then-
looks like a little turtle stuck on his back. Just,
That's right.
I did too.
And I was like, I was stuck. Like I couldn't move for a second because I was like in between like mic stands and a monitor. So I was like, oh shit. So I just started pumping my legs like I was riding an upside down bicycle.
Well, if you're not the drummer drummer, I think every member of the band has to fall off stage once.
There you go.
And not
That'd be
maybe
a
in the
thing.
same band, but in their life.
In
'Cause
their
I
life.
I ate it so dirty one time. Fell downstairs like on camera. It was bad.
I did too once.
Yeah,
I
it's
missed a
so
couple
embarrassing.
stairs.
You broke some
Straight
teeth,
down.
didn't you, Chris?
Yeah, I
You broke teeth?
Oh,
Well,
man.
not
Falling
that
off the
time.
stage?
No, I broke teeth. My old band was opening for Cheap Trick, and I got super hammered before, and I've done this before. I head banged and I hit the mic into my mouth and broke that.
Ooh.
But one time I was playing with it was either Job for a Cowboy or it was that war show I played. I jumped off the stage and I landed on a metal bar and twisted my ankle the whole way, and it was. I used to get hurt when I was younger playing a lot. Now I'm like a little more.
A little reserved.
Yeah,
You grew up a little bit.
Yeah, dentist bills.
I
are
fell off at
expensive.
the EC. I don't know if you remember that.
I was gonna
took
ask,
a dive at the EC.
I do remember
I
this.
put my foot up on the monitor to rock out, and I went with the monitor. Yeah, and that hurt.
I remember
I was
that.
all right, but yeah, it hurt.
Your wife is saying only the greatest video ever recorded.
Yeah,
It absolutely is.
yeah,
And I'm
I'll
like
send-
looking
I'll
at him
send it
like
to
I'm
you.
trying to help him, but he's playing. I'm like,
yeah.
hey, I couldn't do anything. Like,
A- And it's the greatest video because if you look at it, it looks so stupid in slow motion. Like in real life, it sucked. When you look at it, you're like, how the hell did you fall? It's a slow motion somersault.
It's so good. It's so good.
It is great.
So, yep. I'll get you that video.
We got to cue that up. I'm sharing
Yep.
it today.
That could be on your intro to this, just on
There
the
you
loop,
go.
the video intro.
I'll share it on the EC Radio Facebook page.
Yep. Awesome.
Man, the order of the day, people, though, is go out and support Beside the Sun and all the great music that's happening in the local music scene. But Beside the Sun playing this Friday night over at 12 North. Get there early and show your support and come rock out, man. You guys are doing it, and
That's
I'm
right.
glad to see you guys back. We got to get you more gigs around here.
Yeah. It'll happen.
I have a place for you, too.
We got a little bit of a plan, We want to get some stuff recorded. It'll be good. We want to do it right.
yeah.
So,
We are excited, so it's
Yes.
going to be a good show.
It's,
When
Yeah.
the band is excited, it's a good one to go see.
yep.
yeah.
We haven't been out in a while.
Yeah.
It's good to see new bands forming in the area,
Yeah,
too.
for sure.
There's a few of them forming, and like New Radio Etiquette's another great band out there doing some good
Oh, yeah.
stuff. And
Nice kids.
there's some good music going on out there. So get out there and support your local music people. That's
Heck yes.
order of the day.
That's right.
I love it.
Come
you guys
see us.
took me out of my mood today, man. I like it.
Hey,
Good.
appreciate
I was
it.
ready to kill somebody. Looking at Nate's face, it gets me all happy.
Yeah. How can you
He
not
does that to a
smile?
lot of people.
It
There you
does. Gives out good energy, man.
Yep.
Gives out great energy.
Yeah. Appreciate it, bro.
I appreciate you guys playing
So-
some music for us too.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Little impromptu.
Impromptu.
Little,
Yeah.
ta-
just-
little
it all
table
sort of happened.
slapping.
That's right.
Yeah.
What's that song about?
I think, it's about a couple things, but mostly the chorus is just pray God's not watching us.
Okay.
Because I think a lot of, there's a big flux of people saying I'm an atheist, I don't believe in shit. Well,
Were you
okay.
banging a nun or something?
Huh?
Were you banging a nun or something?
No, but I'd like to. Nuns. No. I'm actually looking for an Asian, so
Okay.
anybody out there?
There's a few.
No, it's just I think that if you don't we're not a Christian band, but I think that if you don't at least live like there is a God, maybe you don't have to believe it, but just live like there is one, what are you basing your morals on at all? Like if you don't believe that there's some kind of good or evil, I just don't get it. So that's kind of what it was about for me.
I got you.
Yeah.
All right. I was thinking because you were bringing up your sex addicts.
Oh, the second, it's about that. The second verse is, and I've been there. I've been there a lot. Girls and just having sex just to fulfill that urge, but there's nothing there. It sucks, man. Say, I hear the voices biting. Release becomes a fuse that I'm not opposed to lighting. Be careful what you choose. That's it. Yeah, and I'm trying. Since I moved up here, I've been way better. Because I'm not playing shows every night and I'm not meeting all kinds of strange. It's true, man.
I'm not meeting all kinds
the reason
of extra.
the reason I live here is because my daughter's mother. I met her at a show. That was my life for a while, and now I see how that's not healthy, at all. So yeah,
You have any gigs in Florida coming up?
I do. I'm
Yeah.
playing January. That's a long time from now, but January 25th and 26th in Florida, down south.
With your old band? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah. And plug that band again.
They're called the Living Daylights.
Living Daylights.
Yeah.
Awesome. Down in Fort
Yeah.
Lauderdale?
Yep. Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, we went down.
Wait, January when?
January 24th, 25th. Or actually, no, I'm sorry, 25th, 26th. It's the Friday and Saturday.
I'll be there at that time.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I'll be
Come
in
out.
Florida that week.
Sit in, man.
I think it's that week. I gotta come look.
Do you know how to
actually.
play My Own Worst Enemy?
No.
I know you do.
His band down there is like the widest array of crazy stuff,
Oh,
like
yeah.
embarrassing stuff you don't want to play, but
Now I
then
gotta
like
look.
blended with
Rage.
Like he does crazy mashups that you wouldn't imagine where they would go. We went down for Memorial Day and it was hilarious watching it.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
fun, man. It's just fun. People love that because I get everybody. Even like, I like rap, so even the new stuff, like I get the younger kids, but then I'll pull out some freaking Bill Withers or like some, just older stuff.
George Benson.
Hell yeah.
Country Road. You know what I mean? I'll get everybody.
That's
So,
right.
Yeah, man, we try to keep it funky.
It's the week before I'll be in Florida. Bummer. That would have been fun. You don't want to see me in Florida anyways, Chris. I'll get you in trouble.
Nah, man, I can't get in more trouble.
Make sure you tan before you go, bro.
Right? I know. I'm too white for that stuff. But you guys, this has been great. We got to do this
Thank
again.
you.
You guys have an open door policy.
Yeah, man, we appreciate it.
Nate being one of my sponsors now.
That's
He
right.
has been since day one.
That's right.
He's the first one to believe in me.
Going way
yeah.
back.
I love it.
Hell yeah.
I do. Dude, I can't thank you enough for the amazing spectacle of that bar. It's awesome.
It's a good looking bar.
You're very welcome.
I can't
He's
wait
great
to
at making bars. Stonework Artisans.
Yes.
For
hit him up on your Facebook page. What's your phone number?
315-520-9631.
9631. Give him a call today
Yeah.
if you want countertops or a fireplace. I like those fireplaces you make too.
Yeah.
They're really sweet, the outdoor ones, and you do a lot of fancy stuff, man.
I
like
do.
it.
I do. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I love what I do.
Every day's something different with you,
Yeah.
huh?
Stoneworks Concrete Artisans for all your custom, one-of-a-kind
Yeah.
concrete needs.
You got anything you want to plug, buddy?
No,
Just come to the
I
show
don't
on
do
Friday.
anything. That's it. Come to the show. Like the Facebook page.
Like
Shout
the
out
Facebook
Christy.
page.
That's right. Beside the sun. What'd you say?
shout out Christy, man.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get
Shout
this
out to the
album
wife.
out, fellas.
We'll do it.
Yeah, it's
Let's get
gonna
this
it'll
album
happen.
out.
So,
Yes.
It'll happen soon. And when it comes out, please keep me in the loop so we can pump it up for you and get it out there.
Will do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and make sure you go to the show on Friday night at 12 North, Beside the Sun, with Stranger Danger.
a great,
What's the name again?
a greater danger.
Oh, Greater Danger. Oh, Stranger Danger. That's Robbie Danger.
That's right. That's right.
That's the stuff that you yell when you see a creeper. Oh,
That's
Stranger Danger.
when you see the blue light. Awesome.
Hilarious. Chris, you got anything you want to plug before we get out of here?
No, man. Follow my Instagram, Christopher_BSM, Brick Squad Monopoly. That's it, man.
Your little daughter's so cute, man.
Oh, thank you, man.
That video of her coming out of the guitar case.
Yeah,
Dude.
thank you. Dude, she made everything, like me coming up here, like it's so cliche, but really she's the best thing ever. And it's awesome because I only feel responsible for her. Like I don't really think about myself that much anymore, It's great. I love it.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
She's so cute, though, man.
Thanks,
It's
man.
so cute.
I was playing that video, and Benny's like, "Daddy, who is that? Who is that?" I'm like, "It's my buddy's daughter," and he's like, "But who is she?"
She's single. I'd be honored.
Listen here, Benito.
Wow, starting already, huh?
Benny's he's in preschool. He's got a girlfriend. I'm like,
Ooh.
That doesn't surprise me, though.
no,
Yeah.
no.
So what colors are those? What is that, magenta?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
You guys are hilarious. Make sure you go out to the show on this Friday. Go support
That's
Beside the Sun. But before we get out of here, I got a couple announcements I would like to make.
Yes, sir.
And that being, go see my friends up at NYE VW of Rome.
I saw the video
telling
from
you,
there the
man,
other day.
They're doing it. Their showroom is beautiful. It's modern. It's all wide open. It looks fresh and clean. It's brand new up there. And as a matter of fact, next Wednesday, they're letting me take a car out, and I'm going to be driving around all over town with it and probably wreck it a few times. Just drinking and driving.
They know you, right? I thought you said they were your friends. Don't they know you?
I'm kidding. I'm not going to do any drinking and driving, but I am going to be sporting a little Volkswagen Atlas. You ever see the Atlas?
Oh, yeah. That's
They're
an SUV.
SUVs.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm going to drive around in one of those. We're going to deliver coffee to the local police department.
Awesome.
Nice.
In conjunction with our good friends from Utica Coffee Roasters. So we're going to hop into NYE VW
Awesome.
and drive around, drop it off to UPD and New Hartford PD and Rome PD. So that's all going to happen on Wednesday. But if you want to check out their inventory, what NYE VW has to offer, hit them up online, NYEVWofRome.com. Mention this ad, mention what I'm talking about, mention the D and the EC Radio, and they'll give you $250 off any vehicle purchase.
And check out the
See?
newly redesigned Volkswagen Jetta. Brand new this year.
Dude, and they got balls, too.
Yeah, they
They're
do.
fast, and they're great on gas.
Mhm.
They are. They're really, really good on gas. So if you're looking for an affordable car, and they're super cheap. They're
Yeah.
really not that expensive at all.
Jettas are
Great
like
on
Civics
gas.
or Corollas.
That was
People
my
always
first
like
car.
forget about them, I feel like.
Dude, you
But
could beat
so
that
much
car
better.
to the ground
Yeah.
and make it live for 30 years.
Yep.
You really,
Absolutely.
really could. So Jettas are a great car. So you could go up to 5865 Tabor Road in Rome and see why all the customers love their NYE VW. Check them out, man. And also, don't forget to mention the D when you go up there. Any of you guys moving anytime soon? You want to move out of your house? I got the guy for you. I got a great moving company for you, EJA Moving Company, the professional movers. They make it easy and fun and simple for you to move and relocate. They got complete packing and unpacking services, office moves, relocation services, and competitively priced moving. Call them today at 315-335-0516 or hit them up online, ejamoving.com. When you're ready to move some of these countertops or whatever, you don't want to bust your back, have EJA
That's right.
Moving Company.
I like that idea.
Right?
man.
I like that. I think Mike probably liked that idea too.
These countertops are heavy, the ones you make, man.
Yeah,
It took like
they are.
4 of us to move this thing in here. So if you're looking to move those countertops, man, hit these guys up, man.
I like that.
Let them break their back instead of you
Yeah.
doing it, you know?
Nate, I feel like you have a very powerful, like you have a good voice for radio.
Yeah.
Anybody getting that? Like when you hear him talk, it's like louder and like crisp. Man,
Hey.
maybe you got another.
Do this for me,
Do a
Nate.
little-
Coming up in the middle of a commercial-free music marathon.
See, nope.
No.
You lost me.
Coming up in a commercial-free music marathon, it's me, Nate Love. Nah, not into it?
No.
Nate
No,
Love.
not at all. Hit up EJA Moving Company if you're looking to move and relocate. 315-335-0516. And also got to mention, we're doing a benefit comedy show Saturday, November 10th for the Veterans Outreach Center. It's a couple days before Veterans Day. And we're doing that at Wakely's, or my old stomping grounds, as a matter of fact. 700
I'll
Varick
be.
Street. We're teaming up with 92.7 The Drive. Genesee Joe, as a matter of fact, going to be the host of the evening. DJ East One on the turntables, and we got performances by Mike Ciccone, Paul Kozlowski, Cortland Kluse, and Michael Alfred Pileggi,
Yeah.
which is my producer.
Yeah.
We're giving him his time
There you go.
on stage. Don't choke, Pileggi. No, he's going to kill it. I know he is. Admission's pretty much free, but we ask you to bring some donations. Clothes, supplies, gloves, hats, scarves, hoodies, or a small monetary donation. All the proceeds and supplies to the Central New York Veterans Outreach Center. Doors open at 7 o'clock, show at 8. Got to give some love and respect out to the sponsors on this one, NYE Volkswagen of Rome, Paulie's Barbershop, 92.7 FM, The Drive, Frank's Gun, and CNY Seal Coating and Concrete. Yeah, that's going to be a good time, man. Wakely's is they're starting to do some different things over there, and we'll talk about that off air as well, fellas. So.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
I want to remind everybody they can listen to this podcast and previous podcasts of VC Radio and all the content we have here on the D at DisruptionNetwork.net. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. Like us on that and all the social medias. We're pretty much everywhere. Subscribe, like, share, comment, follow, retweet. Tweet, give us the heart, give us a 5-star rating, whatever. We're pretty much all over the place. So, guys, thanks again for
Hey,
coming.
thank
in,
you, man.
Thank
We
you.
Let's do
appreciate
this
it.
again soon.
Thank you, Z.
Absolutely.
Chris, we got to have you come in and just bring a guitar and just start throwing down.
I will do that.
One of these days, we got to go.
If you're ready for some like Erykah Badu shit, I'm
Yeah,
ready.
I'm ready for
Okay.
anything,
I
brother.
know. I just learned a new Ariana Grande song. I'm not joking.
Can you do you play Smooth Operator?
I love her.
No,
by the way.
beats she's so awesome.
Ariana Grande.
Smooth operator. Yeah, I got you, bro.
See? See?
But
Hey, we
Ariana
got-
Grande is the truth.
I got Nate in the box, so we were good, bro.
Now I got Smooth Operator in my head. Smooth Operator.
Shout out Sade, man.
Oh,
She
man.
was
Always.
awesome. Oh, yeah.
Sade comes across George Benson Radio.
No
Damn,
Ordinary
dude.
Love,
Oh,
Deftones cover.
Yeah.
Sade was the first bald woman I ever fell in love with.
Yes.
Yep.
If that makes any sense.
Her
And the
and her
last.
voice are so sexy.
Oh, indeed. Indeed. And then also don't forget, go out and support our boys on Friday night at 12 North. We will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's guest, the doctor, Jerry Krause.
Hey.
Talking about
Nice.
all the good things we got going on at the Stanley. A lot of good things going on at the Stanley.
Yeah, based
Jerry
on this board,
Seinfeld,
man.
Jerry Seinfeld, Victor Benedetto, Chris Bodie. We also got Bob Dylan. A lot of good things happening at the Stanley. So
Awesome.
thestanley.org for more information. We'll talk to the doctor about that tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow. See ya.
Adios.
You know what the hell you're listening to? It's EC Radio.
We are a generation of lost masculinity, and we got to start getting it back. No matter if you're straight or gay, no matter if you stick it in the front or you stick it in the rear. For the love of our sons, we've got to stick it in there like a man.
EC Radio.
Only on the D. Help the D make strides against breast cancer by donating to our Real Men Wear Pink page, maine.acsevents.org/Utica. It's important for us as a whole to help raise awareness, education, and do our part to help fight this horrible disease. The Disruption team will be raising funds at upcoming events and all our daily programming. Please support our cause by donating a few dollars to our Real Men Wear Pink page. To learn more, visit maine.acsevents.org/Utica or follow the donation link on our Facebook page. Help the D, save the B's, and put an end to breast cancer.
Thank you for your service. You're welcome. A comedy benefit show for our veterans. In support of the Central New York Veterans Outreach Center. On November 10th at Wakely, 700 Varick Street, Utica, join Disruption Network as they team up with 92.7 FM The Drive for this night of laughter. The evening will be hosted by Genesee Joe from The Drive. Performances by Mike Ciccone, Paul Kozlowski, Cortland Cluse, Mike Pileggi, and DJ Ease One. Admission is by donation only. Please bring clothes, socks, gloves, non-perishable food items, or a small monetary donation. All donations will go to the Central New York Veterans Outreach Center. Saturday, November 10th at Wakely's on Varick Street. Doors open at 7 p.m. Show starts at 8 p.m. Thank you for your service. Is sponsored by The D, 92.7 FM The Drive, Paulie's Barbershop, NYE Volkswagen of Rome, Frank's Guns, and Central New York Seal Coating and Concrete.
So you just bought your dream home, and now it's time to move. Let's face it, nobody likes to move. All the packing, unpacking, lifting, upstairs, downstairs, and broking everything, including your back. Let the professionals at EJA Moving Company take all the stress and pain out of your move. Competitively priced moving, relocation services, office moves, and complete packing and unpacking services. They work with everybody to make it simple and easy for you to move and relocate. Call EJA Moving Company at 315-335-0516. When it's time to relocate, have EJA Moving do all the work for you. Hit them up online, ejamoving.com.
Hey, Disruption Network. This is Mike Sacco, the general manager at NYE Volkswagen of Rome. If you don't know me by name, it's only because you have not received the best deal. There's only one reason to leave Utica, and that's to come see me in Rome and get the best deal on your next new, pre-owned, or certified VW. Mention that you heard this ad from Disruption Network and receive $250 off your next vehicle purchase. You'll know why our customers say, I love my NYE VW. Come see us at 5865 Rome Taberg Road in Rome or visit us online at nyevwofrome.com.
The Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley was born when 3 top producing agents with over 25 years of combined experience selling real estate joined forces to take real estate to the next level. We practice with honesty, integrity, and the knowledge to help make the buying and selling process easy and stress-free for all of our clients. We pledge to always make our clients our top priority from start to finish and even after the house is closed. We will always be a valued resource for information and assistance for our buyers and sellers. Our customers over the years have become not only past clients, but great friends. As we join hands together as the Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley, we look forward to serving our clients and our community and making a positive difference. You can reach us at 315-601-9630 for all of your real estate needs.
The Disruption Network is making moves. For upcoming events, news, interviews, and new daily programming, keep in the loop with us at DisruptionNetwork.net. Like, follow, and subscribe to all our social media. And check out all our podcasts on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and Spotify. Get up on the D, DisruptionNetwork.net.